Good evening, everyone. You are looking at an overhead view of Bennett Russell Stadium here in Navarre. I am Christian Garman, and next to me, Jeff Price. Welcome to Friday Night Rivals. Football is back on the Gulf Coast. That is a very good thing. And if you're tuned in right now, I know you are as excited about that fact as we are. Jeff, it wasn't that long ago, it seems, that we were standing on this very field for the rivalry game. That was at the end of last season. And now this year, Gulf Breeze and Navarre play in week number 1. You've played quarterback in high school. What's it like playing a rival?
I mean, it's one of those things that really you have to wait till usually like at least half the year.
Yeah.
You get to play week 1. I can't imagine the adrenaline that's pumping these young men's hearts right here.
I mean, they were already pumped because football is back, and then they're opening with this huge game. So it is going to be a lot of fun, and I know in just a minute I'm looking forward to your keys to victory for both sides here, Gulf Breeze at Navarre. But first, I'd like to introduce you to our new sideline reporter, Clayton Habecker. Hey, Clayton.
Hey guys, thank you so much. Happy to be here. We cannot ask for any better field conditions today. We had a little bit of rain here earlier today, but as you can see now, that is completely cleared up. And it might be a little bit cliche to say it, but there is a little bit of a breeze rolling through Navarre right now. So going to be great field conditions for this game. Back over to you guys.
Appreciate that, Clayton. Looking forward to working with you all season long. So, Jeff, as we've said, this is a biggie right off the bat. Here we are in August. It's hot, it's humid, and yet Gulf Breeze has come to Navarre. Both teams, I know, were good last year. Let's talk about the Northwest Florida State College keys to victory, and we're going to start with Gulf Breeze. What do they need to do to win tonight?
I think for Gulf Breeze, don't take this the wrong way, but they got to weather the storm in the first half. Hey, we know Coach Clayton said they don't rebuild, they reload. Well, they got a huge test today, so they got to find a way to hang in there in the first half and make it a ball game for the second half.
So, okay, so you say they got to weather that storm, so it sounds to me like you're predicting a bit of a storm maybe from Navarre. What are their keys to victory? I
think for Navarre, you got to come out early, score early and often, really put the pedal down here and use that home field advantage.
And both teams are down a superstar, if you will. Of course, Gulf Breeze had the tremendous athlete, Ty Dittmer, for the last few years. He graduated in May. What are some key players to watch on the Gulf Breeze side now that he's gone?
You can't replace the Tyler Dittmer.
Yeah.
He was just a phenomenal talent. Sam Sharp is going to be the guy, though. He was always the guy last year that just showed up in the right moment. And, hey, the other thing, he's a dual guy. He likes to play linebacker as well, play tight end.
Going on both sides of the field. And now let's talk about the Navarre players to watch. What are we going to see?
Marlon Courtney.
Incredible quarterback, right?
He is a top 15 quarterback in the state of Florida. Got invited to some big showcases over in Nashville. Tell you what, that's a name to keep an eye on.
It's going to be a lot of fun, folks. It is the Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals Series, and very thankfully, this is only week number 1. We're going to be with you all season long. High school football kicks off on the Gulf Coast, quite literally, right after this. Welcome back.
All right, here we go.
The Marine Corps toss.
It's tails. You win. You want to defer.
And they're deferring, so Gulf Breeze will receive. That was moments ago, and sure enough, we are just about ready to kick off the season here. Friday Night Rivals, and we are literally starting with a rivalry game. As you can see, Gulf Breeze is ready to receive, and they're going to have Kyron Evans and Leonard Brown back and ready to take on this kick. So Jeff, here we go, my friend.
Man, I just can't explain how excited I am for football to be back. Not just high school, but college in general. But hey, Friday nights belong to high school football.
No doubt about it. And how fun is it to start with such a big game? And it's going to be so interesting. We know, of course, that as we talked about off the top there, Navarre has a terrific quarterback in Marlon Courtney. We know that Gulf Breeze has Ryland McCurdy. We're going to see him here in just a moment. He's a junior, and tonight will be his first start. And it looks like we're just about ready for action.
Yeah, really ready to see what Gulf Breeze has this year since they had to basically reload.
Here we go. It's fielded back at the 15. Nice return of about 15 or 16 yards, and that's where Gulf Breeze offense will take the field for the first time in the 2019 season. Fine coverage from Navarre, but a good place to start at the 26-yard line for Gulf Breeze.
Yeah, not a bad return for Kyron Evans right there. But once again, so one of our things we were talking about before, Gulf Breeze post Tyler Dittmer era.
Right.
I mean, what are you going to do? You can't replace a guy that was one of the top 10 rushers in the state. You know, how do
maybe
you come
ever.
out?
You know.
And hey, I tell you what though, one thing Coach told us was the kids were excited to see what they had.
Yep.
And it's been Tyler Dittmer for so many years now. They're ready to put on a show of their own.
And here we go. Looks like they're going to start in the shotgun. It's a low snap, well handled. Oh, and a fumble on the first play from scrimmage too. And it looks like that's recovered by Navarre. My goodness. A pickup of about 5 means absolutely nothing. A turnover on the first play from scrimmage. Just a fine hit there. And who was that? Number 41 for Navarre makes that recovery. I can tell you. That may have been Jeffrey Maddox. I'd love to get his name out there, not sure. But so, nothing doing for Gulf Breeze as they instantly turn the ball over. And of course, that means we're going to get a first look here at this speedy offense from Navarre, and Marlon Courtney also starting in the shotgun. And he's going to go to the air, but he's in some pressure. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, already you see in Gulf Breeze not going to let him sit back there as you see Michael Sorinsky applying the pressure. The junior right there coming hard off the end, doing a great job and forcing Marlon Courtney to throw the ball low right there.
Yeah, that's a nice play. You know, the defense for Gulf Breeze, as I talked to Coach Clayton earlier this week, and he said, look, we're going to have some challenges. They graduated 25 people, you know what I mean? So, as you said, they're sort of rebuilding, and right away, a defense with not a ton of experience makes a nice play. Second down now, and we've got a penalty.
And we saw Navarre do a lot of this last year. They like to go hard count, especially when they saw the aggressiveness like last play. So Gulf Breeze is going to have to chill out just a little bit.
It's hard. You know, they're amped up. Football's back.
Rivalry game,
Yep.
First week, and there's so much.
Don't tell me to chill out, they're saying. So a free 5 yards for the Raiders as it'll be second down now and 5 from the 29-yard line of the Dolphins. Back out of the shotgun. That's another handoff up the middle, and looks like a gain of maybe 2 or 3, and that is going to bring up third down.
Yeah, looks like Jaden Antonio right there on the carry, number 4, and that's, tell you what, that's going to be a key position for this Navarre Raiders squad this year is replacing runner. Look, they've had Dante Wright and the Carters, and I mean, there's just been so many talented guys. I mean, what do you do? And I tell you what, Jaden Antonio, he's a talented young man as well.
No doubt. We'll get to the starting lineups here in just a moment after this play. Third down now and about 4, and looks like we've got another penalty. And Navarre's clapping, so this may be a freebie on first down. Yep. Not a great start for the Dolphins. A turnover on their first play from scrimmage on offense, and now in only a few plays, 2 penalties, and they're moving the ball for Navarre, Jeff.
Yeah, one good play right there to start off with that blitz by Sorinsky, and it's been downhill ever since.
Yeah. So now first and 10 down at the 22-yard line. The option there. And some fine moves there. Picks up maybe 2 or 3. Maybe ran more side to side than he did forward. So it's going to bring up second down and about 8. Let's take a look at our starting lineups from Pete Morris Chevrolet, if we can. Very appreciative of Mr. Moore to be part of the coverage this year.
Yeah, I mean, really for Navarre on offense, we got Marlon Courtney and Jaden Antonio will be the back right there. Tyler England and Xavion Thomas, along with A.J. Arno. Those are going to be the guys out there wide. And then you got tight end Fernando Gomez. I like to call him Fern.
Courtney looking to throw here on second down, making some fine moves, buying some time, and now he's got a man wide open in the middle. Touchdown, Navarre.
And looks like none other right there than Jaden Antonio.
Jaden Antonio. But let me tell you what, though, that was all Marlon Courtney. Bought himself some time, very impressive moves, and then found Antonio wide open over the middle.
Yeah, just watch this right here. Quick release. I mean, pressure
Boom.
in his face, it doesn't matter to him. That's what makes him so special is that quick release right there.
So,
That's beautiful.
4.5 minutes into the action for the 2019 season, and the Raiders strike quickly, taking advantage of that fumble from the Dolphins. Now on for the extra point. That's Preston Pinton, who kicks for Navarre. Glad to have you with us for Friday Night Rivals. It's 7-0 Raiders. We'll be right back on the great show here on WFGX. We are back in Navarre. It is Hill Kelly's Friday Night Rivals on WFGX. Navarre, the Raiders, striking quick, leading 7-0. And Jeff, you told us in the open that Gulf Breeze would have to weather the storm. I guess that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, and you know, like we said, the very first play, really good job right there by the blitz, trying to pressure Marlon Courtney, understanding they can't just let him pick them apart. And it was like, I guess Navarre just picked up on it and said, you want to be aggressive? That's fine. They went a few hard counts, got him to jump off sides.
Yep.
And then next thing you know, Marlon Courtney shows up with a beautiful pass to Jaden Antonio.
He sure did. Looks like this is going to go right back to Kyron Evans, who drops the ball, picks it up at the 10. Makes a couple of moves and gets it out to the 22. Not bad considering he dropped the kick. So that is where Gulf Breeze will start their second drive of the game. And I know they're hoping better than the first, where they fumbled on the first play.
Yeah, great job right there by Logan Lee for Navarre. Doing a good job staying in his lane right there, breaking down and making the tackle.
And Kyron there limping a little bit as he gets off the field. Let's hope he's okay. I know he is a significant addition to Gulf Breeze. So let's hope Kyron's okay there.
Yeah, he's huge in the secondary especially, and for him to be a senior like that, one of those few seniors he has that he needs to help lead this team. They can't afford to lose him.
No, so we'll see if we end up finding out more of that. Meanwhile, back on the field, Ryland McCurdy, the Gulf Breeze quarterback, in the shotgun, and they're going to run the exact same play they did a minute ago. This time, works out a little bit better. That's a pickup of about 9 or 10 yards. That's well done. Trevor Nelson, the running back for Gulf Breeze there. Nice job, Trevor, with a pickup of 10 yards. And, Jeff, that's better than a fumble.
Yeah, very Tyler Dittmer-esque right there, just following what the line gives him right there. The one thing that I think is we're all a question mark for us. We know Navarre can score. We know that. They're really good offensively. It's always been the defense. How is the defense going to hold up?
So 2nd down and 1. My apologies. I got the first there. I came up a yard short. McCurdy this time wants to throw. And that's his first completion, and it's going to be good enough for that first down, and that'll move the chains for Gulf Breeze.
Yeah, great job right there. A little pitch and catch. Can't argue with that. And that's what they need right here to take a little pressure off that defense.
Listen, it's going to be interesting to watch McCurdy because, of course, you and I have talked about this. When you have Ty Dittmer in the backfield, it makes a whole lot of sense to run, which they've done for the last 2 or 3 years. Talking to Coach Clayton earlier this week, and he said, it's going to be very interesting. You know, McCurdy's got a big arm. I want to throw the ball. And he suggested there'll be a more balanced offense, and we're seeing some of that here already with a run and a pass. That's another time run right up the middle there. So.
Yeah, you talk about McCurdy having such a good arm right there, and I tell you what, that's one thing maybe we're seeing Gulf Breeze trying to bait this Navarre defense down to run some press coverage. Maybe get a little one-on-one right there and throw it deep and really test that arm.
Well, we'll see. McCurdy can definitely throw it deep. That was Nelson with the pickup of 5 yards there, so that brings up 2nd down and 5 from the 40-yard line. And they're going to go right back to Nelson, who, oh, excuse me, they did not. McCurdy kept it. He fooled me, but he does lose a yard. Yeah, great hit there. So I was the only one fooled on that play. The Navarre defense did not get fooled, and that'll bring up 3rd down now.
Yeah, it looked like a big hit right there by number 99, the sophomore Devin Wright. Boy, oh boy. McCurdy's going to remember that one next time he tries to run outside.
Welcome to high school football in the Gulf Coast, right? All right, now 3rd down. Looks like about 6 yards to go. And this time they do hand it off to Nelson. He's got room, and he's off to the races. 1st down and a whole lot more. Pickup of about 20 yards. So how about that? 3rd and 6. Gulf Breeze keeps it moving, and, hey, they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, really good job up front. And, you know, I like those big buffet busters up front for Gulf Breeze, doing a really good job understanding, hey, Navarre's got a really athletic defense, but they got to find a way to do the little things right. And I tell you what, so far so good for that big offensive line. And
that was a 22-yard pickup for Mr. Nelson, so well done. They are now in Navarre territory at the 44-yard line, 1st down and 10. Looks like we may have a timeout on the field here. Not sure. Oh, no, just making a quick change there.
Miscommunication right there.
Just making a quick change. We're ready for action now, 1st and 10. And that's going to be another handoff, maybe picks up 2 or 3. Jeff, so far, both offenses, we've seen nothing but the shotgun. Does that surprise you?
No, especially not in today. I mean, both these teams are shotgun teams, spread teams. They can do a little bit of everything. you don't see a whole lot, any teams, no matter if you're talking about college football or NFL or whatever, teams running from under the shot or under the gun or under center, I'm sorry. It's just one of those things now that you can do so much out of the shotgun. Really, if you go under center, it's almost like teams feel like they hinder themselves.
Yeah. And that's a big penalty for Gulf Breeze, so they are no longer in Navarre territory, back on their own 46-yard line, and first down and 20 with about 7.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. At first and 20, we may just get a shot to see that arm. Sure enough, we will. McCurdy wants to go long, and he's going to overthrow him by quite a bit there.
Yeah, a little bit of a misread. Not sure who that's on because McCurdy wanted to go deep, but I tell you what, the DB right there had him covered.
That was Carson Hepworth. He was the target there, but just overthrew him by a good 5 to 10 yards.
Yeah, really great job right there. And it looked like to me Kobe Johnson, the senior, over at corner. I tell you what, and he is as good as they come, folks.
So now 2nd and 20. Gulf Breeze has a couple out wide here, and they've got another wide receiver on the other side. And Coach Clayton told me that. He said, we'll put 3 or 4 wide. Another option here for McCurdy. Once again, that's Trevor Nelson, who takes a hit, picks up about 5. It'll be 3rd down and 15, it looks like, Jeff.
And there's Xavion Thomas coming up from that safety position, a strong safety, I might add. With a hit like that, you see why he's the strong safety.
He's you've talked about Xavion, terrific player, right?
Oh, absolutely. Xavion's one of those, another rare talent, of course, in Navarre. I mean, they have so many.
Not quite so rare.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Xavion Thomas, though, 3-star athlete. 247 Sports. He's a
That's awesome.
pretty high recruit.
All right, so 3rd and long now, right at the 49-yard line here. McCurdy, of course, back in the shotgun, and he is going to throw. Got his man, too. Not going to be enough for the first down, but a big pickup there.
Like Sam Sharp
You
right
got
there.
it. Sam Sharp, you mentioned him as a player to watch right off the top. And
see the Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay right here. McCurdy staring his receiver down a little bit, but hey, when it's Sam Sharp, he's going to make the catch anyway.
Big play, 12-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 4th down and about 4. They are at the 37. It would be about a 52-yard field goal. I talked to Coach Clayton earlier this week, and he mentioned that they've got a great leg, but this would be a little bit outside the range. He said he'd be comfortable going for a field goal at about 45 yards, so that's just a little bit less than what this would end up being. So they are going to punt it away, but nonetheless, I'd say a successful drive there for Gulf Breeze.
Oh, for sure. And you play the field position game here, especially after the drive you just pulled off, and you know your defense is going to have to make some stops anyway, so they're going to have to go ahead and do it early here. Oh, that's a fake.
They fake it, and they get it. Oh, my goodness, forget about it. He's going to take it all the way down to the 5-yard line. Coach Clayton with a fake punt.
Trey Alexander right there, number 8. Coming in clutch for the punt team.
Can I tell you what I say whenever I see that? It's so obvious afterwards. I'm like, of course they were going to fake it right there. Makes a lot of sense. Huge play for Gulf Breeze, and they're able to keep the momentum going here. It's going to be 1st down, and looks like we're going to have a water break here, so we're going to take time out ourselves, and we'll be right back. It's Friday Night Rivals right here on WFGX. We are live. It is Friday Night Rivals with about 5.5 minutes to go here in period number 1. And it is 7-0 in favor of Navarre. It is not 7-6, so heads up on that. That was not a touchdown.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Perhaps a Nostradamus situation from our...
A bold move.
Exactly. We are making the call. So it is 1st and goal. They are at the 7-yard line, it looks like. But again, no touchdown. It's 7-0 right now. A big run up the middle there. That's Trevor Nelson, who's...
was that a power bomb tackle right there? That looked like the old wrestling move.
That was exactly what that was.
Check that Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay. Watch this right here. Great run.
Right here.
And then
power bomb.
Power
Boom.
bomb.
There it was.
Man.
The Jeff Price special, if I remember. 2nd down and 5 now. And I say 5 because it's 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. So McCurdy remains in the shotgun formation, and Gulf Breeze trying to keep this going after the big fake punt. Another run up the middle with Trevor Nelson. He picks up another The Gulf Breeze player signaling touchdown, but no such signal from the referees. Looks like it's going to be third down.
Looks like he's going to be on the half-inch line.
Really close. Boy, can't get over that fake punt from the Dolphins.
That was clutch.
That
Tell
was
you
awesome.
what, Coach Clayton, that shows you right there how important this rivalry is.
Right. And I think it also points out that he knew as well as we did that was a great drive. He didn't want to lose that momentum.
Exactly.
He did the opposite, capitalized on it and made it even stronger. So now from the 1-yard line, third down and goal to go. Another run right up the middle, but he's stopped. That is not a touchdown.
Wow, great job right there, man, oh man. Tell you what, Navarre crashing off the end. Looked like Jaden Rivera coming off the end right there.
So you know I love to ask. So fourth down from the 1, what do you do? Take the 3 or try to go for the touchdown?
And I think with the momentum you got right now, spread them out. Read the defense, and I don't think you kick the field goal here. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of field goals in this ball game. So you got to take your points when you get a chance.
Listen, I'm with you. They're right there. It's early in the game. Let's go for this thing, and they're going to do just that now. Fourth down.
Look for Sam Sharp right here.
They did lose a couple there. They've got their man wide open, and look at that. Wow. That's Ryland McCurdy who keeps it and scores. Clayton there goes for the fake punt, pays off, goes for it on fourth down. And remember, they lost a couple on third down. So a couple of gambles, and just like that, 7-6, and Gulf Breeze now going to come on to try and tie this game at 7.
And a great job by Gulf Breeze, putting Sam Sharp over there on the right side to make a strong ride. And, of course, Navarre's going to put somebody over there, and that gives the weak side to the left side. Of course, Ryland McCurdy fakes it, and boy, he could just walk in the end zone.
The Comfort Dental Smile Cam, folks, and you're going to see this all season long, and most certainly smile anytime you are on the air, because we love to feature you on our Friday Night Rivals. There you go. Oh, that doesn't look like a smile. Of course, Gulf Breeze just scored. This is the wrong time to look for smiles from a Navarre crowd.
Coach Clayton right there, boy, he is fun to watch.
Pumped up.
I'm not sure what Coach Clayton played in high school, but I'm willing to bet he was a linebacker.
Looks like we're about ready here for this extra point.
We see the Navarre student section right there.
Blaine Crook is the field goal kicker for Gulf Breeze, and as I said, he's got a strong leg. Coach said he'd have confidence in him from about 45 yards out, so we'll see if he's able to.
It's that Gulf Breeze air.
Yeah. It's actually a lot thicker around here, Joe.
So 45 in Gulf Breeze, that's a 68 anywhere else.
96 in Denver. All right, here we go. It's good, but it's barely good. So a very low kick, kind of a line drive there. Looked like it cleared the goalpost by about 1.5 feet, but it counts the same no matter how high it goes. Just like that, 7-7. We had ourselves a touchdown and an exciting start.
Well, I've got some games around the area if you're interested.
Of course. Really interesting on week 1. What do you got?
Well, we got Tate playing Pensacola High School, 23-0 Tate at home. Crestview playing Vernon, 27-6 Crestview in the second quarter.
We've got Crestview next week, as a matter of fact, on Friday Night Rivals.
We sure do. Well, Choctaw, how about this? Choctaw 14, Pace nothing right now.
A lot of scoring going on.
Absolutely.
For some games that just started. Let's go to a sideline reporter, Clayton Haybecker, who we're so glad to have with us this year. Hey, Clayton.
Hey guys, I got Jake and Kate down here with me on the sidelines. Obviously, not what you wanted to see on that drive with the fourth down conversion. Tell me, how are you feeling during that play?
I tell you what, it was, I wasn't expecting it to get as far as it did. And that last second, you thought you might get it, but it didn't happen.
Thank you guys so much. Exciting game going on here in the first quarter. Back up to you guys.
Thank you very much, Clayton. The Brownsville Welding Sideline Report. Looking forward to reports from Clayton all season long. I think we're...
Whatever.
Okay, still hearing from Clayton there.
Thank you guys so much.
I tell you what, Clayton is something else. For you folks at home, you are going to love him.
Funny guy.
He is hilarious.
Yeah, really funny guy. I think we'll have a good time with him all season long. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to see what happens here with Navarre trying to turn things around after watching Gulf Breeze march down about 79 yards.
Staff Sergeant Jim. I think he was under the impression it was coming.
All right, we're about ready now to see what happens with the Raiders as they get going here. Marlon Courtney, of course, leading the charge, and he's going to throw it right off the bat. Completes the pass, and looks like Xavier Thomas was able to get out wide and pick up quite a few yards there. So that's a nice start for the Raiders coming off that touchdown they gave up.
That's kind of what we expect right there out of Marlon Courtney. You know, quick passes right there, and then, hey, when that cornerback bites down and presses, he's going to go over the top.
So they move the chains. It's 1st and 10, and here we go. And just like that, another penalty. Did they draw Gulf Breeze offsides again?
Again.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you what, Navarre going to that hard count. Man, oh man, it's working big time. And hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it right there. I mean, because that's free yards, and not that you know Navarre needs the free yards the way they've been playing so far. But if you're Gulf Breeze, you've got a really good defensive line. Just stay true to what you do right here. Do not jump anymore. Don't give them any help.
1st down now and 5. And they're going to run this thing right up the middle there, and they're going to pick up several.
Jaden Antonio right there. He is a tough runner, I tell you what. Good to see these guys that just run up the tackle. We're so used to seeing nowadays guys that want to run the jet sweep, run around the ends, you know, whatever it may be. It's good to see that guy just take it right up the middle.
And he gets a lot, but not quite enough for the 1st down, so it's going to be 2nd down and about a foot, it looks like. You know, we've seen these 3 penalties from Gulf Breeze, and as we said, they graduated 25. Coach Clayton knew well coming into this game. You know, they're inexperienced. They're going to make some mistakes, and to your point off the top, they've got to weather that storm because it may be a few weeks before they get used to that. Another run right up the middle, and that's going to definitely be a 1st down. That's Jaden Antonio once again picking up about 10 yards.
Yeah, really great job right there. But once again, we talk about Gulf Breeze weathering the storm, and for you people at home, that doesn't mean they got to lead. That doesn't mean they got to tie. It just means they got to be within striking distance come the 2nd half.
And this time around, there he goes again. This drive has been all about Jaden Antonio. Gets out wide, and it's another 1st down for Navarre, and it does not seem too difficult right now, Jeff, for them to move the ball.
No, not at all. And I tell you what, so we were so used to seeing Dante Wright for the past few years, you know, just doing that jet sweep, running around the end. It's good to see somebody like Jaden Antonio. The footwork he has is phenomenal. I mean, just watching him, how he reads his blocks and reads everything out in front of him, man, he is so quick.
Well, that's another 15-yard pickup, so some big plays for Navarre here, and here they go again. This time coming the other way, and another nice pickup. That's going to be 8 more yards.
Not sure if that was Devin Grokey or not.
Yeah. Well, as both of us frantically scramble to look at our roster sheets. 2nd down and 3. Gonna run it right up the middle once again, and that's gonna be another 1st down for Navarre. Down now to the 16-yard line with about a minute and a half to go here in the 1st.
And you see that right there, so many moving parts. It's so hard for a defense to key on one guy because you got one guy going right, one guy going left, and then Marlon Courtney himself can pull it and run with it. And oh man, it's just so tough to contain this Navarre Raiders offense.
Yeah, not easy, a lot of weapons. So 1st down and 10 now from the 16. And they're just gonna, this time it's all Courtney who keeps the ball himself, has a big run, and does not go down. Touchdown. 2 or 3 times they had a shot to take him down. He said, nope, I'm getting all the way in, and he did it. 16-yard touchdown run.
That's the young man right there. Got a few offers right now. Tell you what, from Tennessee State and I believe Louisiana College, and I can tell you there's going to be a lot more as the season goes on because this young man is too talented.
I got to tell you, look at him just refusing there. If I'm Coach Clayton, I'm thinking that's just too darn easy. They marched it right down, several big plays, and now they're going to try and kick the extra point here. This is Preston Penton on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and it is 14-7 now in favor of the Raiders here in Navarre. So that pleases the home crowd, of course. Some streamers flying about on a warm, very humid night here in South Santa Rosa County.
Yeah, great job, by the way, on that extra point, as it was a low snap, and for the holder to recover right there, and the kicker as well, put it on through. Yeah, you look over there behind the end zone, and you see all those yellow shirts doing push-ups.
I see them.
Now, the ROTC for Navarre, a tremendous tradition of theirs. After every touchdown, they do some push-ups.
There you can see
I tell you what, they're probably one of the few people that maybe they hope for a low-scoring game. Who knows? Maybe they accept the challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they say, keep on going. So is that the best you can do?
This will be the biggest ROTC in the Panhandle area after this season's done.
Exactly. Huge arms. So if you're Gulf Breeze, you know, you had a long drive, but it did take a fake punt, took a conversion on 4th down. Meanwhile, you're giving up points pretty easily. It's still 14-7. You feel okay about that? Or are you thinking?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think you just have to stick with your game plan because it's really worked. Yeah, you ran the fake punt, but hey, that's probably part of the way they play ball anyway. And now Navarre has to honor that, so Navarre has to worry about something else. So if you're Gulf Breeze, you've got the talent to stand toe-to-toe right now. You just got to go out there and execute.
Well, they're going to get a chance to do just that as the kickoff is on the way, and looks like a big run here. That is Leonard Brown, who's able to get it out to the 28-yard line, and that's where Gulf Breeze is going to start this drive.
Yeah, great tough run right there, and a great field position for Gulf Breeze starting out.
Which they need.
Well, if you're Gulf Breeze here, you might come out and take a shot deep.
Test that arm of
First down.
McCurdy.
Maybe, you know, Navarre, you kind of lulled him to sleep with that last drive. You know, no really big plays other than the punt, the fake punt right there. Maybe this is the chance that you go deep one time, see what you got.
It'd be interesting. I'd love to see it. Trevor Nelson, of course, running back for Gulf Breeze, has already had a big night. They've gone to him numerous times, and he's been very impressive. And we've seen a couple of passes from McCurdy, who we know has the ability to do so. But they're going to go right back at Nelson this time, and he's not going anywhere. That's going to be a loss of a yard or two.
Yeah, it's one of those fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. And Navarre's not going to be fooled again right there. I tell you what, the other thing that offense does for this defense and this crowd is builds momentum.
No doubt. In fact, right in front of us, the Navarre Raiders cheerleaders, and they are pumped, and they're getting this crowd pumped up after a big play like that, 2nd down and 10. So he didn't actually lose any yards. There you can see the
looks like the dance team right there.
The Raider faithful getting people pumped. So 2nd down and 10 now. And McCurdy is going to throw this time. Didn't have anybody, decided to keep it. And, you know, he picks up 7 there. Let me tell you, that's something we may see more of. Coach Clayton talked about the fact that he can run the ball. You know, you may not look at him and think he's going to be super speedy or take off, but that is something he can do, and they're comfortable with him doing it too.
Yeah, and he's one of the, like you said, he's one of those guys, he's just fast enough to make a difference right there and to make a guy miss. A great missed tackle for him, and that, tell you what, that's some needed yardage for him. Instead of 3rd and 10, it's now 3rd and about 5.
No doubt. Look at Coach Clayton firing him up. Yep, I agree. That's what I would have called too.
I mean, you called it.
That's a good play. I like that play. 3rd down, 5. Right back at Nelson here, who's got some room, and sure enough, that's going to be a 1st down and then some. That's a nice play. Trevor Nelson having a big night.
I think the most impressive thing is the fact that you called that play for a 1st down right there.
That's fair.
See the Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay of Christian Garman's play right there, the run up the middle.
Yeah, that's a
folks,
classic.
he is for hire. Make no mistake.
I'm weighing my options. So right about midfield, the 46-yard line, and Gulf Breeze is moving a little bit, trying to keep things going, but that'll do it for the first period. Beautiful shot from our drone cam. So glad to have you all with us here on Friday Night Rivals at the end of 1 quarter. It's Navarre 14, Gulf Breeze 7. We are back in Navarre live for Friday Night Rivals. Certainly glad you are with us. Gulf Breeze now going the other way. They've got first down, and McCurdy wanting to throw it. He's going up top. That may very well be a penalty on Gulf Breeze, or perhaps they just deemed it uncatchable. But am I wrong, or did he basically push the Navarre defender down?
I'm no referee by no stretch of the imagination, but I feel like that was kind of blatantly obvious.
Perhaps it was uncatchable.
If he was playing in the NFL, he would be facing a fine and a suspension. Let's just put it that way.
Exactly.
That was literally like when you see those bullies just come knock somebody down.
Not okay. So that mishap will bring up second down. They were not penalized, despite Jeff's opinion. And it's second down and 10 as Gulf Breeze will give it another go here. They're going to come right back with Trevor Nelson, whose legs are maybe getting tired. He's not going anywhere this time. Might have picked up a yard or two, but that would be about it. Fine play there by the Navarre D.
Let's make one thing clear. My opinion is purely my opinion.
You didn't have to say that.
I'm just making sure people at home understand.
So third down now and 8.
I think it's Sam Sharp time.
Maybe. That guy was terrific last year, and I know you see him as a great weapon, a player to watch tonight for Gulf Breeze. So third and 8. McCurdy's going to go. Oh, he overthrew him.
There's that big arm right there, and sometimes, like Coach said, he's inaccurate, and you see him trying to put a little too much on it, trying to force it in there. And luckily, it was a little bit high.
Yeah. So that'll end the drive for the Dolphins, as looks like they're going to punt it away, to no surprise. Fourth down and about 10 on their own 46-yard line, and that's going to give the Raiders a chance to strike once again. They'll keep. Looks like Tyler England's going to be their guy back to receive the punt.
Question is, are they going to punt?
Well, that's fair.
No, I think right here you definitely got to punt. You're on the other side of the 50. The only bad thing is you got to try to punt it away from Tyler England.
Yeah.
He is just so quick out there.
Terrific talent. High snap, well played. They do get it off.
Good punt right there.
Yep.
Really good punt. And good coverage by the Gulf Breeze Dolphins as well.
No doubt about it. They're able to down the ball. Looks like at about the 12-yard line. That's where Navarre is going to start with just under 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter, early on in the second quarter. It's a good crowd here, no surprise. It's a rivalry game, and it's the first week of football. And I know folks here, just like you and me and so many others, are just glad football is back. And starting with an exciting game like this, Gulf Breeze at Navarre. What a way to kick off the season.
Yeah, it don't really get much better than this, which is a shame. You know, we start out with one of the greatest games. Of course, this is always, let's just put it this way. Every game we have this year is pretty dang good. But this one right here is always special.
It is. It really is. And I talked to both coaches. I said, what's it like to play a rivalry game in week 1? And honestly, they both said it's definitely changed the atmosphere, no doubt about it. There's more talk about football being back than the fact that it's the Gulf Breeze game. And here comes Navarre on the keeper there. A big play indeed. Was that a keeper? Was that Courtney?
Yeah, that was Marlon Courtney right there, showing you his athleticism.
Bob Tyler Toyota replay here, and Courtney, just like you said. So, oh, look at that. That stutter step was impressive.
You can't tackle that man with your arms. I mean, he is just too quick right there. Great read option.
The Anderson Subaru, first and 10 now from the 35-yard line. It's a big play from scrimmage there to get this drive started. Another handoff up the middle. And that was not Marlon Courtney. So
that was not. Looks like they ran a wildcat package.
That was Jason Deal. Right.
How about a wrinkle right there?
Can you get the research team on Jason Deal and find out what we know about JD?
He's quick.
Okay, well that I saw.
Go with that. Oh, looks like maybe too many men on the field for Navarre right there.
Yeah. You may have seen on the play before that last one, Courtney had the big run. His helmet came off. That's why he left the game, which is what put Deal in. But one play and back in for Mr. Courtney here. And as you said, it looks like too many men on the field, so it's going to be second down and about 9 for the Raiders.
Yeah, I tell you right here, you've got Tyler England, who hasn't really been targeted this game.
Hand this thing off up the middle, and that's going to be maybe just enough for another Anderson Subaru first down. If not, it's going to be awfully close.
Yeah, we talk about Tyler England not being really, they're not having to throw the football a whole lot anyway, but you see why. I mean,
right.
Get that running game going. We all know they're going to be able to pass the football, but I tell you what, you get that confidence and you wear that defense out and make them honor the run right here, and that's going to be key for Navarre this season, not only this game.
So about the 44-yard line, and it's another handoff up the middle there. He's able to get out wide. It's well done by number 38.
Yeah, Isaiah Miller right there, the junior, 5'9", 200 pounds. Boy, he is a load at 5'9".
And picks up a load there. Looks like about 9. That'll bring up 2nd and 1. Now on the Gulf Breeze side of the field at about the 47.
And what you see Navarre doing is they're showing you the depth they have at every position. It's really key for them to being able to get Jaden Antonio and guys like that out of the backfield to get some subs in there. And boy, these subs are getting some good reps.
This time Courtney does want to pass, and he wants to pass big. And he's got his man wide open, and that is caught. I don't know if he got in. Down at the 1-yard line. That is your man, Tyler England.
Yeah, super senior right there, and you see the speed. And the thing is Marlon Courtney couldn't even throw it all the way to meet him in stride. He had to wait on it. That shows you how fast he is, because we know how far Marlon Courtney can throw it. Great catch right there with 2 guys in his face, and an even better pass right there. And boy, Navarre is in the Synovus red zone.
And sure enough, they're well into the Synovus red zone. They're all the way down on about the 1.5-yard line after the big play there. A 44-yard strike from Courtney. And
Marlon Courtney right there on the fake. That's the same play that Gulf Breeze ran earlier on the 4th down. That little zone read right there. Great job pulling it off. And man, Navarre making it look easy right now.
No doubt about it. Thanks to the 44-yard strike there, Courtney to England, which I think you and I could have predicted a long time ago would be Courtney to England. That time, Courtney keeps it himself, finishes it off, gets the touchdown, and it's 20-7. That's going to bring on Preston Pinton for the extra point.
Great fake right there, by the way, from back to quarterback, sticking the ball in the stomach and pulling it, reading that defensive end, biting down right there.
And something has stopped the action.
We got a flag over here on the near sideline. You got encroachment on Gulf Breeze.
I saw it. That was definitely encroachment.
You definitely called it. Once again, Christian Garmin is for hire.
I have, I've seen encroachment, but that was just off the charts.
Just blatant. You are a tough nut to crack.
So we're going to try the extra point again here. Another low snap. And the kick won't matter because we've got another penalty, it sounds like.
Do we have encroachment again?
No way. No way.
Oh, we do.
My
oh,
goodness.
Man.
My mercy.
Coach Jay Walls is like, can I just take this extra point? Yeah, you hear him right there. Can I just take the point? He's tired of all this. I mean, eventually that ball would be moved to the end zone, right?
I think they just get to eventually dunk it. They just
nice.
Dunk it over the field goal. All right, so Pinton once again gonna see if he can get a shot to kick this EP.
Well, like a false start right there, a little leaning, but hey, after all that,
flags.
The point is good.
The point after is good. It is 21-7 in favor of the Raiders, with 8:37 to go here. It's Friday Night Rivals, and we sure are glad you're with us. High school football is back. Friday Night Rivals, we are back 21-7 in favor of the Raiders. Gulf Breeze ready to try and turn this thing around, Jeff.
Yeah, if you're Gulf Breeze right here, you got to find a way to score. You do not want to go down 3 scores going into halftime. Find a way to get it done right here. They've shown that they can do it.
Yeah, they've had even without the touchdown, they've had a couple of good drives, but certainly that was a big moment here, and that is fielded at the 9-yard line. Once again, that's Kyron Evans, who's been the man back there, and another good return. Going to give him good position all the way out to almost the 30-yard line.
Yeah, really good job right there holding on to the football and giving yourself a chance. And for Gulf Breeze on offense, you just got to find a way to execute, and that's kind of been the thing that Coach Clayton was talking about. You got new guys, new positions, things like that. Got to find a way. Just get those cobwebs out of you right here. And this Navarre defense is salivating right now to get an opportunity at them.
You know, I mean, it's easier said than done, though, right? It's like they haven't played a game. They graduated 25 guys, so it's a lot of new blood there. I mean, as much as you'd like to just get the cobwebs out, it takes time. It may take
for sure.
weeks.
Yeah, and they're going to have to take some time to learn the positions as well.
Right.
You can do it against each other all day long, but
Right.
it's different when you come out and face somebody brand new.
McCurdy's going to throw that ball, and he does complete the pass. That's going to be a pickup of about 5 yards, it looks like. Cole Hartley, the target there, junior.
Yeah, Cole Hartley, that's going to be a key guy. But I tell you what, that's the kind of pass you need right there. Take the 5 yards and roll with it.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing, too, though, for a junior quarterback who's got his first start. Those 5-yard passes help the confidence, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They take all the pressure off of you, get you comfortable back there. And, hey, he's got that big arm. They're going to use it here soon.
So 2nd down now and 5. This time it looks like McCurdy's going to keep it, and he may have picked up a couple there, but a fine play by the Navarre D. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Tell you what, he may have picked up a couple, but that's huge right there for positive yardage. Gulf Breeze can't afford to shoot themselves in the foot, can't afford to have a penalty, and can't afford negative yardage here. At least now you've got 3rd and about 2.5, 3 yards.
Very manageable. As the clocks tick away, about 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half of the first night of high school football on the Gulf Coast. Just a great time of year, folks. This time they're going to come back with Nelson, and he's not going to go anywhere and not going to pick that up. And
it's going to be close. We got one referee saying one thing and another one running in saying another. Boy, this is going to be tight.
But the way I called it was that he didn't get it, so that's...
So we need to let them know that.
Exactly.
Looks like they're going to measure.
Yep. Bring on the chains.
Do we need to get Devin downstairs? Or Clay? We'll get Clayton. Let him know.
Yeah, exactly.
You said first down.
Please do. By the way, that actually, I will admit, that's a heck of a lot closer than I thought. I mean, it looks like it's literally an inch or two, and I didn't think he picked up anything. So it'll be, at worst case, it looks like maybe 4th and an inch.
You are so humble.
I am.
It's amazing.
That's what I'm great at.
It's true.
Being humble. That's one of my I got a lot of great things, but that's one of them.
Yep.
And looks like it's a first down. Good call, Jeff.
That's my one for the year. I'm done.
The good folks at Anderson Subaru bringing you that first down, and we thank them so much.
You know what? I've heard Anderson has a Subaru for you.
Is that right?
I don't know if you heard that or not. Yeah.
You really can't say Anderson Subaru without the
little
tune.
catchy jingle.
I mean,
absolutely.
Jingles matter. Let me tell you.
They really do.
Ba-da-ba-down, ba-doo-ba-dee-da-doo.
I don't know if that's what it says.
No, that's it. That's word for
okay.
word. That's word
I
for
got
word.
you.
I worked at 3 a long time. I've heard that spot.
That's just perfect. I mean, couldn't be any better. Anyway, back to this football game we got going on.
Oh, that's right. 1st and 10 now for Gulf Breeze, and McCurdy's going to throw it again.
Boy,
That may have been
boy.
picked off. Incomplete.
I tell you what, McCurdy threw off his back foot right there, and he almost paid the price. That's where you have that big arm, and you almost trust it too much. Trying to get it out there quick, sees his man, and kind of lays it up there.
Matthew Pointer there for the Raiders almost makes the pick, not able to do so.
Boy.
2nd and 10 now at the 38.
That would have been a devastating pick for Gulf Breeze right there.
Yep, no doubt. I see the band on the other side there leaving the stands, which means they are getting ready for their halftime show. So 6.5 to go here. And that is going to be a nice pass over the top there from McCurdy. And that is a pickup. That's well done.
Yeah, great pass right there. Real quick release.
Devin Baldwin, the receiver there. That's a pickup of 11 yards. Nice job there. So now a couple of plays in a row where they did throw the ball. So maybe McCurdy getting a little more comfortable.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And really the only negative that you can say is just that throw off his back foot. You just can't do that, especially against a fast defense like Navarre.
Right. That extra half second in the air can make all the difference, and it nearly did a moment ago with Pointer. Looks like we may have a timeout on the field here.
Yeah, I tell you one thing. We talk about the bands, and let's talk about Navarre feeding us today.
They do it every year.
Every year, this place. I mean, they always treat us such hospitality. Man, that food was awesome. I had a little bit of everything, as always. And I tell you what, and it supports the band, which we are huge supporters of bands. I tell you what, when you get a good band in a football game, there's nothing like it.
It's all part of the atmosphere, no doubt about it. So certainly, you know, as you said, they feed the crew, which is amazing. But it's not just that. They couldn't be more hospitable. And every year, we talk about that fact. In fact, I think it's no surprise that we open with Navarre because it's nice to open someplace that is so friendly. So it's always great to come here to Bennett Russell Stadium.
Yeah, make no mistake, both these bands are incredible. Gulf Breeze Band as well is always fun to watch. And I tell you what, I believe we go to Gulf Breeze this year, and that's another place. Fine facility over there.
Good.
And just really, really nice people.
Do they feed us? Can you
I don't know.
Put in a request?
Maybe we're putting it on TV right now.
Do we have to
We're putting the
email?
pressure on.
I hope they're watching. All right, first and 10 here for the Dolphins. We're ready for.
We got to get back to this football game.
I'm ready. May have seen someone jump there, though I don't see a flag, and they are going to go with that big arm of McCurdy here.
Yeah, McCurdy right there. I tell you what, you see the big arm, but step for step is Navarre right there in that secondary. And the other thing is McCurdy's got to throw that on the outside. Can't throw it on the inside where his man has no chance. I think that's one of those learning curve things that as he goes along, gets more snaps, he's going to be able to read that a lot easier.
You played quarterback. That was Cole Hartley, the intended receiver. You played quarterback for Northview High, right?
Correct.
Okay. So how much time, do you remember your first starting game? What year were you?
Junior.
Junior. So similar to tonight's situation for
Correct.
McCurdy. How much time did it take you? How many weeks? Week 1, week 3 before you started feeling like, okay, this is my team. I feel good about it.
Probably halfway through the season because we were so built in our running game. We had such talented guys all over the field. I was such a small part of it. I mean, I was just more of like the facilitator, like, hey, just don't screw up, you know? And no, but the thing is, I had so many talented guys around me, it really took the pressure off me. But about halfway through the season is when the guys started believing in me.
Trusting you, yeah.
And so when I got their, I guess, trust, I realized, hey, if they believe in me, I should believe in me.
Right.
And, you know, I tell you what, we had a great defense, but we had really good running backs. You know, a couple of them went to Division II schools.
Wow, yeah.
Had great opportunities, and it's just real special when you play in small towns like that.
No doubt. That was a loss of 1 from Trevor Nelson. So 3rd down now and about 11. And this time McCurdy tries to keep it himself. And he's fighting for yards, and he's still
going to get the first down.
Wow. Wow. What a play. Now that was big time.
That right there is what makes guys believe in you and want to fight for you for everything. Just watch this on the Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay. I mean, it looks like they got him stopped. He's rolling out looking, and he's just going to take advantage. Right there, he should have been stopped. In there.
2, 3, 4,
there.
5.
And then there. And
6.
then, boom. He stopped himself pretty much.
That was pretty incredible, and that certainly does give us an Anderson Subaru first down on a long play. 13-yard run. Very impressive. That was awesome. That was really great. And I 100% agree with what you're saying there. That's the sort of thing early on in a career that gets everyone else saying, okay, this kid's in it to win.
Yep.
Yeah, big-time play. And Coach Walls trying to make some adjustments now. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins, now at the 37-yard line of Navarre with 5:20 to go here in the first half.
There's the pressure right there, and you're not going to get away. Man, oh, man, really good job coming off the end right there.
So that's a loss for the Dolphins after the fake handoff. They wanted to throw. No such luck, though, as Navarre was all over it. And that's a loss of about 4, it looks like. So 2nd down and 14 to go.
Yeah, big Grady Kelly right there, the 6'3", 250 junior. Got to like the enthusiasm. And I tell you what, the pursuit right there, not letting him go after what just happened. Navarre seems to, I guess, enjoy having their back against the wall. It's almost like they just thrive in that situation.
Play better under those circumstances, and after the play before they were. So now 2nd and 14, they're going to throw it out wide here. That's a completed pass. And Devin Baldwin picks up a few. Still going to be 3rd and long, though.
Yeah, Xavion Thomas right there, number 3, coming up. Should have had the hit on him. Kind of goes in there almost a little soft with his hands instead of going through him right there, and allows him to pick up some decent yardage.
Nonetheless, despite the positive play, it's going to be 3rd down and about 12 or 13, it looks like, as we've got another break in the action here on the field.
Yeah, it looks like Gulf Breeze called a timeout and talked this over right here on a big third down. Of course, third and long.
And we've got Clayton with us now, of course, on the sidelines for a Brownsville welding report. Clayton.
Hey guys, I'm here with Staff Sergeant Newman with the Marine Corps. I hear you guys have a table set up over there with a pull-up bar. You want to tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes, sir, absolutely. So right now, over here at the home end zone, we got a pull-up challenge going on over there. So depending on how many pull-ups you do will dictate what kind of incentive items you can get. You can get anything from a T-shirt to a water cup, even to a lanyard and different pens and pencils and things like that.
All right, so out of curiosity, give me a number. What's the high number tonight?
So as of right now, we got our max set of pull-ups at 25. So that's our highest as of right now.
25, impressive. What's the lowest looking like?
-0. You know.
Don't tell them my score now. Come on now. Thank you so much, Staff Sergeant Newman. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Clayton. 25 pull-ups. That's impressive,
I
Jeff.
don't think I've done 25 my entire life.
No,
Don't plan on starting now.
Third and long here for McCurdy, and he's going
Nice
to keep
move
it. He's got
right
a
there.
big hole, and he's got a first down and then some. Another huge run from the Gulf Breeze quarterback, who Coach Clayton told us was absolutely a threat to run it, and he's proven that twice now on this drive.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten more comfortable right there. And you just see great read as you see him kind of roll out, and he understands how far he's got to go get the first down and just taking it upon himself and doing a great job.
That was 3rd and 12, but he picks up 23, and it's another Anderson Subaru first down. So,
Well, you know, I tell you what, right there, you know, Coach Walls is not excited about that big third down pickup as you see Gulf Breeze moving to the Synovus Bank red zone.
First down and 10 from the 16-yard line. And this time they are going to hand it back off to Nelson.
Ooh.
He's going to maybe get a yard or two, but not much.
Yeah, big hit right there, my goodness.
No, hey, that was great.
Couldn't really tell if that's Gabe Davis or not.
So 2nd down and 8 to go now with 3:20 left. And, you know, Jeff, Gulf Breeze needed a big drive, and barring a turnover here, they've gotten one. Certainly no guarantee on a touchdown, but they're most certainly in field goal range right now.
And that's tremendously important to get some kind of points here. But not only that, look at the clock. They started when there was about 8 and a half minutes on the clock, and they have milked that clock. That's huge for them.
Yeah, you know, the quick strike offense of Navarre, the last thing you want to do is give them more chances. And they're going to hand this off up the middle again, but just picking up nothing. So back-to-back plays, fairly fruitless for the Dolphins, and the Navarre D getting pumped.
Yeah, you just feel that momentum. Once again, we talked about Navarre likes their back against the wall. They tend to do it pretty well. As we see, looks like a dolphin on a stick going down this Navarre.
My favorite treat, by the way.
In front of the Navarre student section right there. That, folks, right there is a dolphin on a stick.
He ran the old dolphin on a stick guy out of business. For those of you who don't know, that's a jerk reference, the Steve Martin classic from the 70s. That's what you're going to get from me this year, more movie references. Just what people want, I'm sure. So they're going to run it again. This time, Nelson is going to pick up some yards. In fact, he's going to pick up a touchdown on 3rd and 9. And how about that? Gulf Breeze strikes. Trevor Nelson on the run. A big play there. That's a 14-yard touchdown run. And, well, how about that, Jeff?
So I figured out the Gulf Breeze offense as we see the Bob Tyler Toyota Instant Replay. They need it to be 3rd and long.
3rd and long.
They are built for 3rd and long.
Yeah,
okay.
serves them well. And remember, the previous 2 plays, I mean, literally the last 2 plays, they gave it to Nelson, ran essentially the same thing, and he picked up 1 and lost 1, and there the big touchdown.
They were just setting up a 3rd and long. That's all they were trying to do.
I bit. I didn't see it coming at all. So that's going to bring on Blaine Crook for the extra point.
Before we come back to the play, that's at the end of halftime.
That looks good.
Money.
It's right through the uprights, and with 2:15 to go here in the first half of Friday Night Rivals Week 1 Dolphins at Raiders, it is now Navarre 21 and Gulf Breeze 14. So glad to have you all with us, and certainly glad to see a turnaround there with Gulf Breeze scoring, keeping this thing very interesting. I know it's good for you at home, and certainly we're enjoying this bird's eye view as we look in on this stadium. We've been showing you the drone cam, and looks like you maybe have some other scores for us, Jeff. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. 23-0 Tate over Pensacola right now. Choctaw over Pace, 17-6. Niceville over Mosley, 13-0 at half. Crestview big over Vernon, 34-14 at half. Got Fort Walton Beach over South Walton, 21-0. Right now we got a tie, 0-0, Pine Forest and Washington.
Ooh, a defensive battle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got Baker, 38, Rocky Bayou, 7. Walton, 28, Jay, 7. And how about Northview? We're going to be at Northview here in a few weeks. Northview up big, 27-0 over Lighthouse.
Okay, so yeah, we're looking forward to that. Of course, that's your alma mater. We'll also be going to Catholic High School. That's my alma mater as we show you the Comfort Dental Smile Cam. The lights are out. It's the bright lights of the Dolphin side of the stadium there, and you know they're pumped as they should be as this thing is interesting. We've got we've got people getting excited here, folks, on both sides. Looks like all the Navarre fans are holding up their phones and shining their lights. So I guess that's what the kids are doing this time, you know, as the Raiders get ready to get going once again. And a big return and all kinds of daylight. This is a big run. Well done there. That's an impressive start. It's number 25 for Navarre. And, Jeff's going to see if he can find that name for us. Make sure he gets a shout out. It's a 34-yard return.
Gabe Davis right there on the big return. But how about the stop? That's a touchdown saving tackle right there.
For a moment there, I thought he was gone.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, coming off, 43 yards. Sorry, I said 34, 43 yards. Thank you. Dre doing stats for us and doing a heck of a job. I appreciate it, dude.
How about the most impressive thing about that? You know who made that tackle?
The kicker.
The kicker, Blaine Crook.
Blaine Crook. Good job, Blaine.
Doing a little bit of everything tonight.
Yeah.
Mad
Kicking,
respect.
tackling, yeah. So what I was going to say is coming off this sort of momentum shifting drive from Gulf Breeze and late in the half, we already know Navarre has a quick strike offense. The last thing you want to do is give them a great place to start their drive, and they give up, Gulf Breeze gives up that big return. Although perhaps I should watch myself because it looks like they're coming all the way back.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, the way Navarre can do it, Navarre can run the football and get big chunks, or they can throw the football and get big chunks. If you're Gulf Breeze, you just got to be really careful out there as you see man-to-man on the outside. It's just so tough. There's so many guys they can go to, and it looks like they're going in the air.
Yes, they are. So I think that was a block in the back that negated that terrific run back. There's Tyler England with a catch. Picks up a few, no doubt about it. So with 1:55 to go, that actually will move the chains. That's a first down. 12 yards.
Yeah, I tell you one thing with that score by Gulf Breeze, it also makes our Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram player of the game a little bit tougher. We were kind of leaning in a direction of a certain player, and now maybe we're going the other way.
Hey, a lot can happen. They're going to go right back to the air here. Marlon Courtney able to find his man. That's a big play from Xavier Thomas, who I know is just terrific. That's a 16-yard pickup.
Yeah, once again, Xavier Thomas, a 3-star athlete on 247, and that is a tremendous recruiting website if you're not familiar with it. It also shows where all these players, you know, the offers they get, things like that. Really helpful. If you're just a high school football junkie, check it out.
Is that your website?
I wish.
That's an Anderson Subaru. First down now. Courtney going to keep this one himself after the fake pass. And look at him just, you know, you can watch him as he's making these runs. You can watch him kind of sizing it all up, you know, deciding what he wants to do. Picks up about 4 there.
He's really one of those guys that he makes his reads so fast, it's almost like everything's in slow motion for him.
Yeah, it must be nice. Super quick.
We were struggling going up the stairs.
Exactly. I'm still out of breath. So 1:14 to go here as Navarre is trying to get something done late in this first half, and they're going to go out wide once again. Oh, a chance at a tackle there, not able to make the play, and that turns into a first down. So a missed opportunity there leads to a first down. That's Xavier Thomas once again, and pick up a 25.
Yeah, you see Michael's Sarinsky, sorry about that, number 1 right there, coming, blazing saddles right there to make the tackle and misses it. And another smart play by Xavier Thomas to get out of bounds right there to stop that clock.
So no, I mentioned the jerk, you did blazing saddles. That's 2 70s classics. Maybe we should update our game.
We'll have to work on it for next week.
Good. That's another big play from Navarre, the sweep there. And Looks like it's not going to be a first down, but it is a pickup of about 6. Second down now and 4 to go. 42 seconds left, and I do believe we have a timeout on the field as Navarre is trying to make the most of the opportunity here and put something together at the end of the half.
Yeah, but you just see how quick Navarre moves right there, and having 42 seconds left, and they have 2 timeouts. So anything's possible at this point right here for them. They're in a really good place being on the 40-yard line. They have a really good kicker as well. If you're Gulf Breeze here, you cannot allow them to throw the deep ball, but at the same time, you got to bring enough pressure, and somebody's got to get around that big, big O-line. Something we really haven't talked about today. This O-line for Navarre averages about 300 pounds. All right, and that's the biggest offensive line Coach Jay Walls has had, and that's saying something with some of the really good offensive lines he's had. He said this might be the most talented as well. So if you're averaging 300 pounds and you're really good, good luck.
Just incredible, averaging 300 pounds for these high school kids. And Coach Walls, he did talk about that very factor. He knew that was going to be great. He's already got a terrific quarterback in Marlon Courtney, and to give him that kind of protection may lead to plays like this now, as Courtney's going to bide some time and he wants to throw it, but he's not going to be able to do so. A stick, big play there by the Gulf Breeze defense. That's a loss of about 9 yards, and it's a loss of some time too. That's Julian McCulley with a huge play.
And that's and you say huge, and that is not an understatement. I mean, that is tremendous for that young man right there. That is exactly what they needed. So not only do you force Navarre to take another timeout, you give them negative yardage. It's not like they got a big chunk right there.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, yeah, with 29 seconds to go, it's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, about 3rd and 10 right there, and you're talking about a tremendous momentum shift as well. But the other thing we talk about, you know, with the big offensive line for Navarre, we also got to talk about number 52, Tyree Smith for Gulf Breeze, 2nd team All-State last year. You know, that young man is just something else. He's 64 tackles, 6.5 sacks. The most impressive stat for me, he had 17.5 tackles for loss last year. And guess where he's got interest from right now?
Where?
UWF.
Really?
Yeah, it'd be
Go
fun
Argos.
to watch him go to the Argos. We get to watch him on Saturdays.
I hope so. All right, so 3rd and 10 with 29.1 seconds to go here. And Courtney back in the shotgun as he has been the entire game. A high snap. He handles it with no problem whatsoever. Going to throw across the field. And that's not going to work. As the clock continues to tick, that may very well end the half. It's hard to think Gulf Breeze will try and do anything. Down to about 12 seconds here.
And Navarre still has that one timeout. So they may going to let the clock run down and then heave it one time.
Yeah.
Tell you what, though, Marlon Courtney had his man open, but because of the pressure applied by that D line of Gulf Breeze right there, made him throw it low. And I tell you what, this is going to be huge. And looks like we're going to halftime.
That is going to round out the half here on Friday Night Rivals. It's 21-14. We are hoping to hear from Coach Clayton before we go away. It would be terrific to get his take. I know, you know, he's got to be feeling pretty good. Excuse me, Coach Walls. Yeah, we're going to try and talk to Coach Walls now. So
how about this right here? This new view you folks at home get to see.
And we do have Coach Walls now, so let's go down to Clayton real quick.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Walls of Navarre. Big opening week for high school football. You got the league going into the half. What was your biggest preparation going into the week being a rivalry game, week 1?
Well, just the first game, you really don't know what you're going to see, you know, till you start playing. But, I mean, that's for everybody, you know, in every game. So that's one thing. But a lot of excitement. And, you know, we got to go out there and play. We certainly got to make some adjustments. But, you know, it's right now anybody's ball game.
All right, going into the second half, so what's the biggest adjustment you're looking for from your team?
Well, you know, we've got to play a little bit better on defense. You know, we've had opportunities where we've had them in 3rd and long and didn't get the stop. You know, we got to just tighten up there. And then offensively, we've got to continue to have success running the football and not become one-dimensional and throw it when we want to.
Absolutely.
All right,
Thank you so much, Coach. Back up to you guys.
Thank you to Coach Walls and Clayton Habecker, who will be on the sidelines for us all season long. You know, we're glad you all are with us at 21-14 here. It's Friday Night Rivals, and the halftime is just getting started, folks. We'll be back here coming up in just a minute. It is Friday Night Rivals. We are back. It is the Andy Citron halftime report. We've got some good stuff for you, and we're going to start by going right back to Clayton Haybecker. Hey, Clayton. It's all right. We'll get you in a second, Clayton. He's down there. He is hoping to set up an interview with the athletic director. I think he's ready now. Clayton Haybecker. Hey, Clayton.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Scott Murphy, the athletic director here at Navarre High School. Scott, tell us a little bit about what you do for the organization.
I'm just trying to be a team player and try and help coaches out doing anything at the games, or got a nice crowd here tonight on both sides, trying to make sure they get in here. And parking issue, I don't get to watch much of the game, which is fine. I just get to go around and try to help anybody out I can.
Lots of kinks going into week one, I'm sure, of the high school football season, but appreciate all the work you do making this evening go smooth for us. So
we appreciate y'all coming down to Navarre and show the kind of facilities we have and the kind of student body and what we promote here at Santa Rosa County and especially Navarre High School.
Well, again, thank you being for such a hospitable host to us here. We appreciate it. Thank you, Scott. Back to you guys.
And vouch for that. Scott is definitely one of the great guys, and we've said again and again that Navarre is just one of the great hosts for us here every single year. You can see the Gulf Breeze Dolphins are playing the music, and we're so glad to have them. It's just a fun night, folks. We do want to say congratulations to our A-plus athlete. It is Mary Below. This brought to us by Levin Papantonio. She plays volleyball. She plays softball. Again, she's a 4.6 GPA, a most impressive young woman. Let's say congratulations to Mary Below, our A-plus athlete from Levin Papantonio.
I'd like to say thank you to my parents and my brothers for supporting me, my coaches, they're great coaches, and Levin Papantonio for sponsoring this. Thank you so much again.
I'm attorney Rachel Gilmer with Levin Papantonio. At Levin Papantonio, we understand the value of education and teamwork that is gained through high school sports. That's why we're a proud supporter of student athletes everywhere.
So there again, you see these beautiful shots from our drone cam. We'll be treating you to views like this all season long. So glad you are with us. It's halftime here. Gulf Breeze trailing Navarre 14-21. We'll be right back. It's Friday Night Rivals.
But yeah, I did participate in sports. I went to Pensacola High School, as a matter of fact, back in the 60s. Played baseball for Fred Waters, who's a well-known baseball coach around here. Teamwork, that's the main thing that's to be learned from team sports. And nobody can do anything on their own. You need somebody to help you. And that's a great lesson to learn for anybody in life.
Get a first down about the 2-yard line. Reynolds rolls right, throws to the back of the end zone. Jump ball is caught!
Underneath David Martin. Ball taken away by the defensive lineman. They went with the handoff. And Shovable gets a defensive play of their own. Gary Smith III rumbles into the end zone.
Sacks, not for losses, and this spectacular one-handed interception that he returned to the house. Just the big man rumbling down the sideline to score.
Broke 2 tackles on the way to the end zone. Aggies can march downfield and cut into this 2-score lead. Palmer trying to find some room and does to the outside. A first down. There he goes. Palmer down the sideline.
Forget about it.
Touchdown, Patrick Palmer.
2nd and 11. Sweetland looks left. Running, still looking, throws in near the end zone and complete and touchdown.
3 wides, low snap. Boyd has time, running out of it though. And he's running out of this, and he's going to be going down the sidelines, makes a nice cutback, and he's got space. What a run by Boyd. He's going to score. No flags. Touchdown, Bernie.
Earn your career in a year at Laughlin Technical College. The mission of Laughlin Tech is to prepare students for current and emergent high-demand careers through collaboration with community stakeholders. Expanding opportunities and access to training programs will provide a talent pipeline to meet regional workforce demands. From automotive to welding and legal administrative specialists, go to LaughlinTech.com for information about classes and registration.
Friday Night Rivals as halftime continues. We are live in Gulf Breeze, about 7.5 minutes left before the kickoff here to the second half. And glad you're with us as we go over some of the stats from the first half. Navarre had 119 yards rushing and 116 yards passing, so an extremely balanced attack. Meanwhile, Gulf Breeze 138 yards rushing, most impressive, and 40 yards passing. Of course, they had one turnover right off the top, and that was recovered, a fumble recovery for Navarre, which led to a quick touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, for Navarre, it's been exactly what you wanted to do to come out here on offense, at least. You know, we heard Coach Jay Walls talking about his thing he's worried about is his defense. Is they have plenty of opportunities to stop Gulf Breeze, but somehow Gulf Breeze, I tell you what, give them credit, they fought their way back, especially after a rough start to the game.
No doubt about it. I mean, they're 100% in this game, and you may remember that Navarre won the coin toss, but they deferred, so they will receive here at the start of the second half, and they're going to try for some fireworks right off the bat. You know, I'm not surprised to see such a balanced attack from Navarre, and despite the fact that Coach Clayton talked about, you know, he said we're going to pass a lot more this year because, you know, we don't have Ty Dittmer anymore, but that's not what happened here in the first half. They did pass it a few times for 40 yards, but 138 yards rushing, so far from balanced, I would say. And with a junior quarterback starting in his first game, I guess that's not a surprise.
No, and I tell you what, it's a lot more running by the quarterback than we're used to seeing with Gulf Breeze. Of course, Dylan Kelly last year did a really good job running, but the thing is it's got to be good for Coach Clayton to see other guys participating here, not really just participating, but really getting those meaningful reps in there and really coming after a really good Navarre defense. Make no mistake, this is no slouch. It's a very athletic defense. They're very tough.
And I want to talk a little bit about the Gulf Breeze quarterback, Ryland McCurdy, who had a few big, impressive runs. And, you know, I don't think Coach Clayton's thinking of him as a running quarterback, although he did, when we talked earlier this week, he did mention that he can run. I think he said it was deceptively fast is how he described him. So I don't think it's that big of a surprise, but he looked like more of a weapon than I would have thought in terms of just taking off with his feet.
Yeah, he definitely looked like a dual threat, more than what we thought, exactly. And the thing is, though, is Coach Clayton's got to like that because now it adds another element. Keep in mind, this is week one, folks. So the thing is whoever these teams play next, they get this film from this game here.
Right.
So whoever goes to play Navarre next week, they have to honor that run game.
When you think about the Navarre offense and Marlon Courtney, he's a senior, just an impressive quarterback. What did you think of him in the first half?
Thought he was fantastic. I mean, really, anything you could ask for, you know, above and beyond. Of course, we talk about both these quarterbacks, from McCurdy to Courtney. Both these guys, you kind of thought Courtney was going to steal the show, which he has. But I think McCurdy has jumped on to the show himself and really made a name for himself early, especially being a junior.
So a big key, I think, for Gulf Breeze right off the bat here, because they are going to be playing defense, is not lose the momentum they picked up at the end of that first half when they got that late touchdown.
And the thing is, so it was key for him to make that stop, but now Gulf Breeze has got to come back and bring that heat again for defense because Navarre gets the ball. If Navarre comes down and scores quick, Gulf Breeze, it's going to be tough sledding.
It is, and especially, you know, Gulf Breeze, it doesn't seem is going to have a lot of quick strikes. You know, as you pointed out earlier, they had a touchdown drive that lasted about 6 or 7 minutes. So they can do it, but they don't do it quickly, it doesn't seem. We're only about 4 minutes away from the second half. So glad you are with us for Friday Night Rivals. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. Good evening, everyone. We are back live for Friday Night Rivals. As we said, just a great first half there. Gulf Breeze with 40 yards passing, Navarre 116. Meanwhile, rushing yards, Navarre 119. So extremely balanced attack there. Gulf Breeze had a lot of yards through the on the ground, rather, 138. And of course, the Gulf Breeze had that one turnover right off the bat, which is all added up to a 21-14 lead for Navarre. We're hoping to get a coach interview with Bobby Clayton, and we'll let you know if we get that here right before we get going. But just a few seconds left before the kickoff. So, Jeff, it's almost time. Sounds like Coach Clayton is. So hold that thought, Jeff. Let's go back down to the sidelines and hear what Coach Clayton has to say.
Hi, guys. I'm here with Coach Clayton of Gulf Breeze. Obviously, still trailing at the half, but a lot of momentum back and forth going in this game. What I really want to ask you about is the fake punt you went for. Talk a little bit. What went into that decision?
Got to put it on the line, man. It's a big game. Big game. Hey, take a shot right there. It worked out for us. I'm a little bit of a riverboat gambler every now and then and take some shots. So, I figured it was right there. It was set up beautifully, and it worked out.
Absolutely. What are you looking for in the second half, main thing?
Continue our guys to fight. Continue our guys to dig down deep and fight and keep competing. They're doing everything we've asked them to do. Now we just need a little bit more out of them, and they understand that. And it's going to be a good half of football.
Thank you so much, Coach. Best of luck in the second half.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
All right, well, there you go. Words from Coach Bobby Clayton at Gulf Breeze. I believe this is his 4th year as the head man in Gulf Breeze. They are trailing right now 21-14. And looks like, Jeff, we're just a couple of minutes away here from some fireworks going off in the distance.
Yeah, we've had some fireworks here tonight, but that's real fireworks right there.
That was a legit firework to our north and east, as a matter of fact. Not sure exactly what that was, but kind of cool here. You can see the teams continuing to warm up, and we do have some highlights from the first half. Let's take a look at some of the action here. A lot of excitement for sure. There's your Navarre quarterback right off the bat. That's a big touchdown. Marlon Courtney with a touchdown pass about 2 minutes into the game. But Rylan McCurdy comes right back with a touchdown, and that was following that fake punt you heard Coach Clayton talking about just a moment ago. Here came a beautiful run from Marlon Clayton, who said, no, I'm not going down, I'm going in. Touchdown Navarre, and it was 14-7 at that time. And then another big play, this one huge. He's just so
hard. A little shake and bake right there.
I'm telling you, you can just see the guy making these plays and thinking it out before he makes his moves. He is a human highlight machine, and this was a big strike, a 44-yard pass to Tyler England down at the 1-yard line, but they would turn that into a touchdown a play or two later, and here you can see the conclusion there. That's the touchdown, and that made it 21-7, but Gulf Breeze wasn't done either. A big touchdown run right here from running back Trevor Nelson, and that gets us to where we stand right now, 21-14 in favor of the Raiders.
Yeah, 21-14 like you said, and thing is Navarre gets the ball to start the second half here, and it is so huge if Gulf Breeze can make a stop early to make a statement here in the second half that, hey, we're here to play. We don't care about none of this rebuilding, reloading, whatever it may be. This is a rivalry game. And man, oh man, these are so much fun, especially week 1.
And I think you're onto something there with the whole sending a message thing, because they sort of did that at the end of the first half when Navarre had about 2 minutes and was moving it healthily, when all of a sudden some terrific defensive plays from Gulf Breeze set them out of field goal range, ended the drive, led us to the half. Now, if they could do the same thing again and stop them again, I do think that gives them a whole lot of confidence and may make this a very interesting second half.
Oh, for sure. And the one thing that you got to think that is going to become a bigger factor is we already seen Marlon Courtney connect one time for a big pass to Tyler England. You got to expect to see that matchup again here in the second half a lot.
I mean, Courtney, he's just, he's such a threat. He can do everything. And it's like you cannot forget the fact that, on top of everything else, he can just heave it down the field for a really big strike. So it's like, how can you got to respect the run. You got to respect the short passes. You can't respect everything. You know what I mean? Somewhere you're going to fall short, and that's what happens with a player like that.
Yeah, how about Marlon Courtney? He's doing what we expected him to do, but Rylan McCurdy, he's the one that we didn't really know what we were going to get, but both these guys right here are two cool customers.
Yeah, McCurdy's been impressive. This is his first official start. He's a junior quarterback from Gulf Breeze. Got a big arm. We've seen him throw it downfield a couple of times. He's yet to complete a long pass, though he's completed several short passes. They did have 40 yards of passing there in the first half, and I can tell you, Coach Clayton, who played quarterback himself for Gulf Breeze a few years ago, he told me, he said, look, I love to throw the thing. I'd love to throw it more, and you get the feeling with a quarterback like McCurdy, who's got a big arm, he may do just that this year.
Yeah, you almost expect them to expand the playbook as they go along, especially with the ability his quarterback has this year.
Yep, no doubt. So we are getting real close here to the action. Looks like they've set the clock, and the players are heading to the field as we give you these beautiful shots from our drone cam, creating a terrific atmosphere scene. This is Bennett Russell Stadium in South Santa Rosa here at Navarre High School. It's a beautiful stadium. They couldn't be nicer here. It's just a great place to come every single year.
Well, Christian, so we were talking about it at half. You being a Catholic grad, I was going through scores earlier, and I just happened to skip over it. You got mad at me. It was an honest mistake.
Okay.
But how about this? So Pensacola Catholic on the road playing Mobile Christian, one of the top private schools in the state of Alabama, up 13-10 at half right now. That would be a tremendous win for them. And hey, make no mistake, Pensacola Catholic is going to have a phenomenal team this year.
You know what? I hope you're right. I'm a definite Crusader. Graduated in 1992, and so proud to say I'm a Cat High graduate. I'm glad we're going to do a game of theirs. I promise you I will be impartial that one particular week, but every other week I'm going to hope they win. Looks like we're ready to go here.
Yeah, we got Catholic, I believe, later this season against Autauga Academy.
That's right. And the second half now officially underway as that ball is fielded at about the 5-yard line, and a big return. Very impressive. Still on his feet all the way out to the 35-yard line. That's well done. That was number 25 as I search for his name because I want to give him a shout out for a big play there.
Yeah, look like Gabe Davis right
okay.
there. Yeah, well, big player in the secondary, doing a little bit on special teams. Always good when you get those guys playing.
And that's the second time tonight he's had a big return. So that's going to be a terrific place to start for the Navarre offense at their own 36-yard line here as we are ready to roll for half number 2. And Marlon Courtney ready to lead this offense. Looks like they're going to hand it off right up the middle there. And that's going to be Jaden Antonio with a nice big run. And
you just watch Antonio. This is textbook running right here as he puts his hand on the blocker ahead of him. And whatever way that defender goes, he goes the opposite way. Doing a great job using his blocks right there. Another shout out to that offensive line. Watch this right here. Hand on his back. Boom. He goes that way, and there he goes.
It's a 10-yard pickup for Jaden Antonio. That's an Anderson Subaru. Nope, check that. Sorry, that was an 8-yard pickup. Not an Anderson Subaru first down. So it's going to be second down and about 2. Kind of near offsides there, but Gulf Breeze able to get back before it mattered. They're going to run this one once again, and he's just taking his time, making his decisions there. That's Jaden Antonio. With this time, I guarantee you that most certainly is an Anderson Subaru first down. And, you know, not unlike what we've seen from Courtney with the 12-yard pickup there. You just see him kind of get the ball. He literally just stood there for a second to make his decisions.
Really, really patient running right there. And I tell you what, Jaden Antonio, go ahead and mark it down. He's going to have over 1,000 yards rushing this year.
And here he comes again, trying to pick up a few more, and he's going to get more than a few more. That's a big run of about another 8 or 9. Jeff, you get the feeling Navarre playing a little more urgently here. This is a quick offense.
Well, not only that, but look how they're leaning on this offensive line, this big offensive line. Remember, we said they're 300 plus, but they're bullying this front of Gulf Breeze. Gulf Breeze wanted to bring pressure, and they bring pressure and doing a great job blocking it up front as well.
So it looks like second down and a couple of inches, but I think they may want to measure this to find out if, in fact, he was able to convert and make that a first down. So
yeah, I think if you're Navarre, you just want to play it. Like, hey, that's
right.
Fine. Second short, we'll
right.
take it.
Let's
We're
just,
rolling right
let's
now.
Just go. Right.
But yeah, this big front for Navarre is just bullying this D line right now for Gulf Breeze. Just coming out. We talk about making a statement for Gulf Breeze. Looks like Navarre right now is just pushing them around.
Making a statement of their own, right? And they are going to go ahead and convert that to a first down. So things keep rolling here at the 39-yard line. Navarre trying to do what you just said and remind folks, hey, our offense is explosive. This may be close, but we want to score. We want to score quick. And they're going to come right back at you once again here. And that's going to be another big pickup.
Hey, what? Just a simple misdirection right there. Trying to get them the flow one way, going back the other way. Great job blocking it, but man, a better job reading it as a running back right there by Jaden Antonio.
Jaden Antonio with another 8-yard pickup. It's been all Antonio so far this half. Coming at him strong. So second down now and a couple from the 25-yard line. And here he goes again.
That looks like Gabe Davis came
that's Gabe,
at back, and got to give Antonio a break here for just a second.
Yeah, Gabe Davis is one of these guys who hasn't had the ball in his hands much tonight, but it seems like every time he does something good. Nice pick up there.
Yeah, another good thing to see, you know, Coach Wall's got to love that, is Jaden Antonio is one of their lockdown corners. The fact that he can get what he's getting out of him on offense, that just is that much more tremendous for this season.
Well, you've talked about what a great running back he is. So now 1st down and 10. And here they come with the sweep. And he's still on his feet. That's a fine play. That's number 13. We're going to get a name for you there on that one. Looks like that was Jabari Mitchell with a big play.
Yeah, that's right there. That's the little jet sweep or speed sweep, whatever you want to call it, that we watched Dante Wright run for so many years. And I tell you what, he runs it just as well as he is.
It's a 7-yard pickup, and I'll tell you what else is illuminated with this drive, Jeff, is how many weapons they have. We've named about 5 different guys with big plays here in the last couple of minutes. And this time, looks like Courtney's going to try and keep it. Makes an incredible move.
Wow.
Look at him, still on his feet, just looking, and he's going to throw. Touchdown, Navarre. What a play from Marlon Courtney. Just incredible.
Yeah, Tyler England right there. We talked about that matchup, and boy, he had him right there. Just waits and waits and waits. Somehow he got probably as thin as this piece of paper to get in between those tackles. And man, oh man, finds Tyler England. That's the most impressive part. Just his patience. He doesn't rush. He just maneuvers right here.
Look
Watch
at that move.
Boom.
Right here.
Gonna set himself. Look, look, look. Oh, there he is. There's my buddy.
And threw against his body there. Look at that. Into tight coverage, too. Touchdown, Navarre. You know, I think that may have been the only throw he had on that drive, and it was most impressive. That's what we keep talking about. He's got so many weapons. As the extra point is up from Preston Penton. It's good. And just like that, it is 28-14 in favor of the Raiders. Glad to have you with us for Friday Night Rivals. We'll be right back. We are back. We are live. It's Friday Night Rivals. We've just seen a terrific play from quarterback Marlon Courtney for Navarre. A 14-yard touchdown pass after a couple of great moves. And just like that, Navarre makes the statement we thought they might. Touchdown, first drive of the second half. They're up 28-14, and they are ready to kick off and give Gulf Breeze a chance to answer. And we know Kyron Evans and Leonard Brown will be back to receive the kick here and see if they can give their Dolphins as good a field position as Navarre had for their first drive.
Yeah, need to find a way to put it in the end zone for the Dolphins as well, and be able to keep fighting here to stay in this ball game, because it just seems like Navarre's trying to pull away.
Well, and you know, they have answered a couple of times, and this is going to be fielded at about the 10-yard line. That's Evans once again, and he's got a lot of room, folks, a ton of room, and he sure enough does give his Dolphins a big place to start all the way at midfield, and he's none too happy to show you, too. You saw him give the first down signal. I think we knew it was a first down. It's kickoff return, but nonetheless, most impressive, and that is a big moment for the Dolphins. Let's see if they can do anything with it. They're going to get it at their own 49-yard line.
But what about Preston Penton right there, the young kicker making the tackle? I'm going to have a kicker highlight.
Yeah, you're big on that. That may be your play of the game. That's a 34-yarder there. You can see, oh, I hate to see that. Evans with some pain right now.
Well, you remember the opening kickoff, he got hurt.
Sure did.
So it looks like that may be a lingering injury for him. We sure hope he's all right.
Yeah, let's hope that he's okay. Big play there for his team there now as McCurdy's ready. And they're going to go right up the middle here, and nothing doing there. That's going to be a loss of a couple, it looks like, for Gulf Breeze here. That was number 38. That may have been Sam. Was that Sam Sharp?
Looked like number 12, Connor Eastwood on the tackle right there, the senior outside linebacker. Speaking of Trevor Nelson, how about this? So we got UWF. That's our college team around here.
Go Argos! Go Argos!
Season getting ready to ramp up. We're all excited.
No doubt.
And how about this? Gulf Breeze running back, Mr. Trevor Nelson, moved from Kentucky, and his brother's at UWF.
Yes, indeed. You know, I was talking to Coach Clayton about him this week, and he said it's incredible. This guy's really talented, just kind of fell out of the sky for us, you know. So that's the kind of thing you need now on 2nd down and 11. And McCurdy wanted to throw it, but he's under some pressure, and he's not going to be able to do anything. That's a big loss right there.
Well, really great
Number
job.
97 for Gulf Breeze, making a very big play. It's a loss of, it looks like, about 12, and it'll bring up 3rd and about 21 yards.
Yeah, look like 57 right there. Nate Herring, linebacker.
Well, I'm glad you found his name. He deserves it after such a big play. Way to go, Nate. Third down now, as I said, in 21 yards. So, you know, that's not ideal for Gulf Breeze, looking to do something after that terrific kickoff return. But we have seen them convert 2 different long third downs, so let's see what they can do here. They get a shot to see McCurdy's arm. We will. And he does complete the pass. It's a pickup of about 13 yards, but that's still going to bring up 4th and long, 4th and maybe 7.
Tell you what, though, really good throw and really good comeback route right there by Mr. Hartley. Doing a good job. And at this point, I really don't necessarily blame Gulf Breeze for going for it, because it's just one of those things. If you give it back to Navarre, you kind of feel like this is a statement of them saying, listen, we feel like we can't stop you. And now as soon as I say that, see, Coach heard me.
Yeah, and decides to punt. You know, it's like if they do go, I mean, you're right, you hate to give it right back, but if they stop you here, all of a sudden they're at midfield.
Yeah, you're going to have to make a stop.
Right.
I mean, I agree the way you go here. You know, we talk about transfers, so Mr. Nelson coming in from Kentucky and how he just fell in his lap. Marlon Courtney actually went to middle school, I believe, here in Navarre. And I'm not sure. I believe his family was military. They moved, and then they came back 2 years ago. So talk about a talented players falling in your lap.
It's a high snap and a fine play by the kicker there. And
Xavier Thomas putting some moves on right there. Boy, oh boy.
Xavier there with a fine return, and Navarre's got a shot now. This is where Gulf Breeze has to be careful. With 6:42 to go in the third, we saw Navarre easily march it down moments ago to score right off the bat here to start off this half. If Gulf Breeze isn't able to stop him here, and all of a sudden it's 35-14, you're in some real trouble.
Well, and you're in some real trouble if you allow Navarre to run the football the way that they did. They just ran it right down their throat. I mean, there was nothing that Gulf Breeze could do about it. If you have to make them throw the football, and I know we know Marlon Courtney can throw it, but the way they march down the field like that, well, that's got to eat at you if you're on that D line of Gulf Breeze.
Yeah, for sure. It's easy to get really hot, really tired, and really disappointed, you know,
Oh, yeah.
so especially here in August on the Gulf Coast. 1st and 10. Looks like Courtney wants to throw it, but he's in some pressure. And
Boy,
he's
great
not going
job
anywhere.
right there. We talk about that D-line having to step up, and how about a host of Dolphins right there?
It's a big play. That's a big play for them. You know, Courtney was looking to do something big and really kind of be a game changer there on a play like that, but instead they lose 7 yards. And watch this here. So he's got his eyes way downfield, but Gulf Breeze was just all over him.
Started with Tyree Smith. We talked about the second team All-State right there. That young man, tell you what, if you're UWF, we talked about them having interest in him. Better pick him up now.
So now 2nd and long, and Courtney once again wanting to throw it. This time he throws it short right over the top there, and it's going to be a big play, although there is a flag on the play. Big gain there from Navarre. That was Jaden Antonio, but there was a flag in the backfield, so we'll wait and see if that's going to count.
Not sure if it was a block below the waist right there, an illegal block, but it was a great screen play nonetheless. Interested to see what we got here.
Let's see. Looks like you called it.
Yeah, block below the waist right there, and that's on Gulf Breeze
Yep.
as he tried to go in low, and you just can't do it. Let's
got to look at it right here.
Check it out right here on the Bob Tyler Toyota Instant Replay.
Like you said,
Great
just
job
a little
by Courtney.
screen.
Look at this right here. Yep, and you see number 53 for Gulf Breeze. Owen Herrick, the nose guard, can't do that. And that's a safety precaution, just solely for, you know the guy's coming to blow you up and block. You just got to take it. You can't allow somebody to go after somebody's knees like that.
And it's significant, a penalty like that, because while it was already a big play, this makes it an even bigger play, and now all of a sudden you've got Navarre at midfield. Looks like they, with the 6-minute mark, they're going to go ahead and have a water break, which I think means we should also take a quick break and grab a drink of water ourselves. It's Friday Night Rivals. We're certainly glad you are with us. 28-14, the Navarre Raiders on top of Gulf Breeze. We're live. It's Friday Night Rivals. 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter, coming off a big play moments ago and then a very big penalty for Navarre. So they're ready to keep on cruising here, see what they can do at about midfield. And Marlon Courtney takes the snap, and they're just going to run it again. And that's another big one. And he's still on his feet. Yep, that's Gabe Davis, who does nothing but make big plays for Navarre. I think he's run it 5 times for an average of 3,000 yards. That may be not exact.
Yeah, we got a flag back here. Maybe
21.
a hole. Looked like in the vicinity a hole. Let's see. I tell you what, though, and yeah, that's what we got as a hold. And that's one thing for Navarre we haven't seen a lot. We haven't seen a lot of penalties on that side. It's kind of a rare occurrence for them.
Yeah, you're right, and a big one too, because Davis had the big play there.
Yeah, and Davis
may have been injured.
Walking off gingerly a little bit.
You know, and I mean, I don't want to guess here, but on a night like this, there may be a lot of cramping going on. You know,
oh, for sure.
It wouldn't surprise me with the humidity being as bad as it is. So now first down and a very, very long way as a 21-yard play is negated. This time they pick up just a couple.
Yeah, we see number 38 right there. That's yet another back for these young men. Looks like Isaiah Miller, the 5'9", 200-pound junior. We talked about him earlier. Oh, boy, that's a load. You got a 200-pound running back running downhill at you.
But he only gets a couple, so now second still and very long. Looks like second and about 23. And you know what? They're going to, fumble. Ball is dropped, recovered though quickly by Navarre. So no huge damage done other than you lose the play. And now it's going to be third down and about 25.
And that's the one thing with the little zone read right there. Every once in a while you make that mistake. You just can't make that mistake in big games. We see Miller get on the football right there. Great job to recover. And we see coming in for him, Bailey Houston, the running back and DB, the junior. Looks like he's going to play running back right here. Yet another great back for
so
the
do you
Raiders
just,
squad.
third down and this long to go, 24 to go, do you just throw this thing like it's a punt and just see what happens? We'll find out. He does throw it. They do complete it, yeah. And they're going to pick up some yards, but not enough for a first down, not by a long shot. Nonetheless, they do pick up a few to make things a little bit easier, as I'm sure they're going to send the punting team on.
Yeah, one thing there, you know, Bailey Houston, you want to get the first down, but another impressive thing is he didn't try to do too much. He just held on to the football. That way you don't shoot yourself in the foot. You don't want to turn the football over right there.
Right.
Give Gulf Breeze a chance to scoop and score, because, boy, if we got to scoop and score, that would change everything here.
Yeah, you're right. They had to be careful there. So, obviously the punt, a low punt, but a line drive, and looks like that may be back in the hands of Kyron Evans, who I'm glad to see him on the field, because remember he was limping a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I tell you what, that punt right there looked like a Marlon Courtney spiral. How about that? Well, that was
Nice,
beautiful.
tight, low punt there. Not able to do much with the return, and that's going to lead Gulf Breeze to take over right at the 20-yard line. So we'll see if they can get something going here with 3 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Gulf Breeze offense comes onto the field.
Were we just informed we had fried Oreos on the sidelines?
Fried Oreos, they're great. I saw them in Biloxi, just an outstanding bat. I didn't know they were back together, but that's cool. It's going to be first and 10 here. And, looks like McCurdy's going to try and make a pass. He's able to do so. And
great job by Hartley right there.
Yeah.
How about that, securing it?
Yeah.
But
And a nice play from McCurdy, too. You know, he was in some trouble there. Again, everything for him is new. It's his first game as a starter.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's doing a really good job just maneuvering around that right there, accepting the pressure. And I think, how about those fried Oreos? Can we get a shot of those?
Yeah, let's cruise down to Clayton, who I think is maybe
Clayton
eating
them.
What do you got, Clayton?
Come on, Clayton.
Hey guys, I'm here down with Tina with the band boosters here, and we do have these fried Oreos. I've heard about these ever since I got brought on for this. I'm gonna go ahead and actually, this is my first fried Oreo ever, so this is gonna be an experience for all of us. While I'm enjoying this, Tina, tell me a little about the booster program you got here.
I am the Booster Club president this year, and we just wanted to tell you guys about this upcoming barbecue plate sale that we do in town. Everybody knows about it in Navarre. We're famous for our barbecue plates, and we're going to be selling tickets all over town in the next 2 weeks. And September 14th, you pick up your plates, $10 a plate, and come support the band. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Tina. I have no idea what you said, but these are amazing.
It literally looked like Clayton was ready just to leave with some Oreos in hand now. Third down and a pickup there. That's going to be a first down and then some with another run up the middle. Trevor Nelson able to convert on that third down.
Well, to be fair, if I had a plate of fried Oreos, I would probably leave right now, too.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't that great? He literally gave her the mic. It was just like, you do it. I'm eating the Oreos. That was awesome. So a first down now. Gulf Breeze, nope, check that. Sorry, that's a false start, so that's not going anywhere, or illegal motion rather. Not going anywhere, and it looks like we have an injury. That's Trevor Nelson, who's going to be slow to get up, and we're talking with the trainer.
Yeah, he's not going to want to come off the field. We know that, but you see him right there. He's in definite pain.
Yep.
Well, you sure hope he's all right, because you talk about a bell cow for Gulf Breeze. And talking about the post-Tyler Dittmer era.
He's cramping.
Yeah, he's definitely cramping, but he has ran like Tyler Dittmer. He just ran hard and got what he could get. Doing a great job tonight. We sure hope he's all right. Look at him just rolling.
Look, we've all been there, man.
Yes,
I mean, you know,
that is a helpless feeling.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go, and it does not go away.
It ain't good. That's my official medical diagnosis. 3rd down and 7 now.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, well, I'm no dummy. McCurdy trying to buy some time, but that's not going to work out. That's a big loss, and I think we may have a face mask here.
Yeah,
Several flags come in.
Who's the face mask on? Because it almost looked like McCurdy grabbed his face mask.
We're about to find out now, and this is important because at 3rd and 7 there, it's either going to be a first down or they're going to have to punt. And with 2 minutes to go in the 3rd, you know they don't want to give this ball up.
Yeah,
they're going the wrong way.
Jordan Moon right there from Navarre. Looks like that's going to be against Navarre.
Yeah.
Well, that's a huge penalty
It
right
is.
there, man. Oh man, had him dead to rights. And let's check it out on the Bob Tyler Toyota Instant Replay. McCurdy rolls out right there.
So you're
See?
right. Look at that. You're exactly right. Looks like McCurdy had his first.
Both of them got it.
No, you're exactly right. Good call. It's always the second guy that gets caught, isn't it?
That's an eye for an eye, right?
Look at you. Look at you. If you could leave the jokes to me, I think everybody would appreciate it.
You know, I try to get one in there, but it just falls flat every time.
Yeah, no, look, no argument here.
Yeah, I know. Believe me. Folks, at break, I get criticized by Christian Garman.
I'm one of the all-time bad guys. 3rd and 4 now, and they're going to, oh, no.
Boy, Evans right there gets smoked.
Yeah.
Tries to step back, and then Navarre defense was not having it, but we would get another flag.
It's a loss of 3, and, you know, Gulf Breeze is hoping this flag works out for them. It's seemingly all they've got going with the offense right now. Let's see what we got. No, they're going to send the punting team on, so definitely not going to work out in their favor. And with 1:18 to go and the clock ticking, Navarre is going to get the ball back and probably in pretty decent field position because Gulf Breeze is going to be punting this from about their own 8-yard line.
Yeah, I believe that was a holding penalty, but it looks like Navarre wanted to decline it right there and go
Yeah.
ahead and bring up 4th down. Not a bad idea.
Just give us the ball is what they're thinking. Just give us the ball.
Somebody's going to take a timeout right here.
Yep. Another timeout on the field, which is good. Get these kids some water.
Gulf Breeze is going to call a timeout.
Talk things over, but you got to believe they're not talking about whether or not they should punt. That seems like the definite move. Whoa, do I see? Hold on. Am I looking at fried oysters?
Oh my goodness, is that fried Oreos?
I said fried oysters. I meant Oreos.
Here, you got to grab one of these. We all got to grab
make
one.
Make sure Dre gets one.
Yep, he gets the one with the most powdered sugar.
Well, I didn't agree to that.
Well,
so we can't both do it because then we can't talk.
I'll be right back. Hold on, I gotta eat.
You go ahead and enjoy yours. Ew, these are nice and hot. Jeff, how is it? Tell us. Tell us right now.
Yep, it's good.
While you eat, let's go back to Clayton, who's got I think some T-shirts for us. Clayton Haybaker, what's up?
Oh, we gotta check out his arm.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Look at that cannon. Folks, we want you to know Clayton used to be a mascot, okay? He has done this quite a few times. Look at the Brownsville Welding sideline report right there with Clayton showing off his cannon.
You're right. He was a mascot, so he probably has done that quite a few times. And look at this. He's trying to pick this up and run with it. And they're going to let him do it because this was touched by a Gulf Breeze player, and I think they're going to let that go. I don't hear a whistle.
Yeah, Navarre somehow touched that football. Maybe we can get another look at it. But it looks like these referees are all conversing, and nope, they're going to bring it back.
They are?
We saw the side judge over here is pointing at the 40-yard line.
Looked like an extremely heads-up play there by Kyron Evans, who's been all over the field tonight. And you know what? I think it looks to me like they're counting it. We'll have to look at
We got a meeting with the white hat over here. Let's watch it.
Yeah. So, we need to see it before. I want to see what happened right before that. If we could get I don't know if you guys can do it, but if we could get a replay of that ball right before it lands and see what happened. They're going to try and cue that
So
out.
we see the white hat, who of course he's the head honcho out here.
Yeah.
He makes the final decisions.
Boy, just Kyron Evans really trying to make something happen for his team there.
Boy, you're talking about tremendous turn of events right here.
No doubt.
Boy, we would have a heck of a fourth quarter coming up.
And they're talking it over right now. We got looks like all 5 or 6 of the officials conversing at the 40, and we're about to find something out.
And there it's going to be at the 40. That ball is coming back, folks.
Man, a blow to Gulf Breeze, who was feeling real good about that explosive touchdown from Kyron Evans, but not to be.
Sometimes when you're a football player, you got to be a good actor, and I tell you what, fooled us. Mr. Evans, you did a great job.
Well, you know, I didn't hear a whistle. The crowd going nuts. I got swept up in it.
Well, and the referee was running down the sideline with him, and that's it.
Usually means thumbs up, yeah. So not to be. So let's kind of reset the situation now that we know that didn't happen. And with 40 seconds left here in the third period, Navarre leading it to 28-14, and we're about to see the Dolphins getting it going once again. Wow, wouldn't that be something? So here it is. Let's watch again.
Here's the replay.
It's just hard to tell, boy.
I just don't see a Navarre player around
anywhere
it
near
to
that,
hit him,
yeah.
unless he just was hoping maybe it hit one and he was going to try it.
Yeah. Trying to pull a fast one.
Young man.
Don't blame him.
Going to be an actor one day after he gets out of the NFL.
Why not? Yeah. So first and 10 now, and McCurdy ready to lead the offense again for Gulf Breeze, as they do have tremendous position. Oh, and he's
my
stuck,
goodness.
and the ball is loose, and that's going to be picked up by Navarre. Wow. Just a huge hit. Man, that is Jason Deal, I think. Help me out there. I couldn't read. It's too dark.
Jaden Rivera
Sorry,
right there delivering the blow. Goodness gracious.
That was a rough one. That's a welcome to high school football moment for Mr. McCurdy there.
That one made my spine hurt a little bit.
And the clock's just going to keep on ticking here with 20 seconds left. It may very well be the last play of the half, although it looks like they're going to try and get another one off. It's second down and 20 now, so that's a huge loss. They're going to come right back up the middle there. They pick up about 5 or 6. That will most definitely end the third quarter as Trevor Nelson picks up a few. At this point in the game, through 3, the Raiders up 28-14. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, and we're certainly glad you're doing it. Stay with us for the exciting conclusion coming up. Can't see it. Good evening, welcome back. We start the fourth quarter with Gulf Breeze facing third down and 15, and looks like Mr. McCurdy's going to scramble out right, looking for his man. He's going to end up keeping it.
Boy, oh boy, looks like he's just going to be about half a yard short right there.
Now, I think it's going to be...
Excuse me. I was looking at the wrong down marker. How about that, folks? Boy, it's been a long night already. How about it?
You think it's been long for us? Think about the people listening to us.
That's true.
You know, I mean, I feel for them.
I know.
That's the trouble. That'll be fourth down now, and we'll see what Gulf Breeze is going to do. They are in some trouble now, down 2 scores, and looks like they're going to stay on the field. You know, and at the 40-yard line of Navarre, I think they figure this isn't a terrible place to try and pick up the 10. McCurdy's going to show off that arm. That's high. That may be picked off. Oh, and could have been a missed opportunity there.
I can tell you who's not playing center field for the baseball team this year. Oh, man. Boy, those guys are going to let him have it on that one. That may have been a pick 6 had he caught it right there. That was one where you're too open.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Nonetheless, it's a turnover on Duds. You know what he's doing? He knew that it would be better field position if he didn't catch it.
He's smart. See,
yeah, just team player.
I'm a me guy.
Yeah, exactly. 100%, Jeff. 100%.
So while we have a second, we talk about, I want to make up for the whole Pensacola Catholic not saying the score.
Got it.
So right now, fourth quarter, they're up 19-10.
Hey, that's great.
There you go.
And they're playing a very strong Mobile private school team?
Very strong Mobile private school team.
Awesome.
Mobile Christian, they're top notch. If you're familiar with the Mobile area, you know they're very good.
All right, here we go. Looks like Navarre not going anywhere that time around.
Looks like Sarinsky.
Sarinsky shutting down Jaden Antonio, and it'll be second down and about 14 to go here as the clock continues to tick. At this point, Jeff, Gulf Breeze has to start realizing, we're in the fourth quarter now and the clock's moving. We got to shut them down, and we got to score, too.
Well, when they run the football like this, Gulf Breeze has to take advantage of it and has to get a stop because, hey, you see Navarre trying to play it safe, but they come right back.
Oh, missed opportunity there to pick that off, and that could have been a big moment for the Gulf Breeze defense, who I know Coach Clayton feels really good about.
Yeah, Trey Alexander right there, the strong safety. Yeah, Coach calls him the ball hawk. Boy, it'd been nice if the ball hawk right there would have got a hold of that one.
Would have been a big moment, but woulda, coulda, shoulda, and it's going to bring up 3rd down now for Navarre. Gulf Breeze really needs to stop them here because you know Navarre is punting. You know, there's no reason for them to go for anything right now in their position.
Yeah, you got to watch Tyler England over here. You see the safety over the top. If I'm him, I'm going to shade and help.
Forty's going deep, and he's got, a drop ball there. That's a missed opportunity because he was wide open there, right over the middle. Would have been short of the 1st down, but looked like he had plenty of room to run.
Looked like Trenton Hall, and not to beat a dead horse on that one, but that's the same young man that missed that fly ball just a second ago. Boy, there's going to be some parents that aren't happy with me calling his name on that one.
Yeah, his parents. No doubt about it. So Navarre's punting, no doubt about that. And his low snap, takes a bounce, a great play there.
Nice recovery.
Yeah,
and how about that punt?
Great punt, too. Look at that. And just gets the bounce. Everything worked out there. A terrific play from the Navarre punter.
When it's going your way, it's going your way right there. It looked like Gulf Breeze was fixing to block that punt. And we have been told that our drone is now asleep.
Rolling.
It's past his bedtime.
Is that what happened?
Yep, past his bedtime.
All right, well, the drone shots were great while we had them, and look at that.
It's good the Gulf Breeze band is still fired up.
And not just the band. Look at, just the...
Except for that guy in the front. What's he doing? What's he doing? Come on now.
He is not as happy.
We need some effort.
I hope whoever's in charge of that program doesn't see this video, because that dude's getting called out, no doubt. All right, so Gulf Breeze is going to try and get something going here. They're going to start with a run up the middle, and a big play. He finds the outside, and off to the races he goes. Wow, what a play this is from Trevor Nelson all the way down to about the 26-yard line, it looks like. And with 10 minutes left, that's a huge play because they get all those yards in one fell swoop, and maybe, just maybe, they're able to get a score out of this thing quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about his brother, going to UWF. Well, maybe Coach Shinnick can take a little snapshot right here. This young man maybe need to be wearing the green and blue soon.
That's a 50-yard jaunt, and that's the way you get something going. So terrific for Gulf Breeze there as the field position completely shifts. Now down to the 25-yard line of Navarre, and let's see if the Dolphins can capitalize on that very big play. Nelson's had a big night. This time McCurdy's going to keep it himself, and he too will pick up several yards. Looks like 5 or 6, and as you said, plays like that make a big difference on 1st down. Makes a good position in 2nd down.
Well, they've ran that play a few times tonight, and pretty much every time he's pitched it out. And what does the defense do? 3 guys key on Nelson right there. And I'll tell you what, McCurdy recognizes it, cuts back inside, does a great job of picking up some serious yardage right there.
Yeah, no doubt. So now 2nd down and 5. Almost in the Synovus red zone. Looks like maybe a yard shy of the red zone, but they're looking to do something about that on this very play as they come back with Nelson. He most certainly will get into the red zone. I'm not sure that he gets the 1st down, but it's going to be close. Down to about the 15 or 16. We'll see if he was able to convert that first. He's right on it.
Yeah, you see right there, looks like he's going to be a hair shorter than they may measure.
Shy. Yep.
But how about if you watch the replay on it, it looks like Navarre almost, you want to get upfield, you want to penetrate that backfield, but it's almost like they over-penetrated right there, couldn't recover, allowing the offensive line to push him out of the play right there and for Nelson to possibly get a 1st down.
It's going to be really close, and it does look like we have a timeout on the field. Here's a replay there of what you were talking about.
Boy, Nelson's just a tough runner.
Sure is. And he's had a really big night. They're measuring right now. Let's see what happens here.
70 meters.
Looks like a 1st down and
Does the nose get it?
I think he's got it. 1st down, Gulf Breeze.
So do you remember, I believe it was last year, the NFL referee that was so close, he took out a card and measured to see if there was any distance in between.
Like a credit card or something?
Yes.
No, I don't
Took a
remember
card and he
that,
put it in
actually.
between, and he was like, nope, it's a card short.
Wow, holy cow.
And boy, he caught some fire. I thought that's what they were about to do right there. I thought they were going to pull out the old debit card.
I want to know if whatever bank that car was with turned it into a commercial, because they should have.
Well, maybe it was the Synovus Bank card.
Maybe
Maybe that's
so.
what it was. How about that, huh?
Way to work in the sponsor.
You know, got to make people happy.
You've done this before. You made Daniel Hemme happy. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
there we go.
First down and 10 now as the Dolphins try to keep things going here. McCurdy's going to throw it right over the
great
top
route.
there. Nice play. A big play.
Like Cole Hartley right there. Man, I tell you what, though, he ran the crispest route I've seen all night. He shot off the line and just puts his foot in the ground. That is just textbook right there.
Great throw, too.
Great job all around. And, boy, Gulf Breeze needs this one bad.
It's an 11-yard pickup for the Dolphins. Now down to about the 6-yard line. It's first down and goal to go with 8:35. This is huge if the Dolphins are able to turn this into a touchdown at some point. McCurdy's going to keep it himself, and he's turning it into a touchdown right now. Touchdown Dolphins. How about that, folks? That makes it 28-20, and we know they're going to go for the extra point and see if they can make this thing a one-possession game. Blaine Crook will be in here to try and kick and make it 28-21.
Tell you what, if we watch that replay right there, you're going to see basically it's like a triple option as he fakes the give right there to the fullback, pulls it, and he's got his option man right there. I'm sorry, he faked to the back, and then he's got his third option, but he doesn't need it. That young man's been wanting to get in that end zone, and man, oh man, you're not going to stop him.
He's had a great night running. He really has. Remember, this is his first game as a starter. So now here's Blaine Crook for the extra point. It's up and good. 28-21 with 8:30 to go. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is getting really good. It is Gulf Breeze at Navarre. Friday Night Rivals. We'll be right back. High school football is back, and we are glad you are back, folks. It's Friday Night Rivals. We've got ourselves literally a rival game in week 1. Not something you always see, but due to some redistricting, that's how it worked out. And the Dolphins of Gulf Breeze have come to Navarre, and it's a good game. I tell you, it's 28-21, Jeff. This thing ain't over yet.
Boy, if you're missing this game, it's a shame, I'm telling you.
So Gulf Breeze ready to kick off here.
Boy, the bands are going crazy.
Well, I was about to say, the atmosphere has changed. I think everybody's starting to feel like this thing's getting really interesting really quickly here. Looks like that's Gabe Davis with the return, and now he's got a lot of daylight, though there is a flag all the way back at the 18. We'll see if that's going to go against Navarre or Gulf Breeze. A huge return from Davis.
Yeah, definitely going to be a block in the back right there.
Block in the back, so that's going to be a negated big return, which is something we've actually seen a couple of times tonight. Here's the Bob Tyler return, and I think you're going to be able to see that block in the back. Jeff,
Yeah,
I know you saw it.
21 for Gulf Breeze right there. You see him.
No doubt.
Yeah, unnecessary too, right there. He had another man to be able to block him, but it is what it is. It's a lot easier said, when your adrenaline's pumping and that guy's there, you just want to get your hands on him, get him out of the way. But
Gabe Davis, nonetheless, despite the fact that that's come back, he's a big player. He's had some really interesting plays tonight.
that's his second or third time he's had a big play like that, and it's got called back.
Yeah, I know. He's going to be giving some evil eyes in the locker room after the game.
Man's trying to go play D1, and people are sitting here cramping his style.
Exactly. Quite literally tonight with the cramps
nice.
going on.
No pun intended.
No, it was specifically intended. What do you think the point was? That was exactly intended.
Yes, sir.
And oh, by the way,
Ooh, boy, oh
big
boy.
run.
Marlon Courtney right there just coming in.
Saying,
Mr.
don't mess
Evans.
with me, folks. Yeah, head-on-head action.
That's probably the most impressive thing to me. Marlon Courtney, a lot of quarterbacks, they say, oh, slide, oh, do that, which we agree, hey, Marlon Courtney is going to need to slide this year. He doesn't need to, take
don't
too
be a
many
hero.
hits.
Yeah.
But that, just his athleticism and the fact that he is willing to lower his head right there, man, oh, man.
It's going to be Not Marlon. Oh, look at this.
Power bomb. There we go. Number 2 for the game. And oh boy, you see the celebration.
That was Jaden Antonio on the run.
Yeah, number 51 right there.
And I'm telling you, plays like that right there, the band kicking in, the clock ticking down, the fact that this is a one-possession game, and this is getting really exciting. You know, the atmosphere, like I said, it's changed dramatically.
It's a playoff atmosphere.
It really is. You can, oh, and look at this, trying to go over the top. Did he pick it off?
I think he did. Yes, sir, he did. The referee announces.
They are giving him the interception. I'll be real curious to see. Just a huge play.
Yeah, we have no replay here. No instant replay in high school football. We have replay, but they don't.
No.
Man, oh man, I tell you what.
So the first,
how the tides has changed.
First turnover of the night. Not a bad throw, really.
No, hit him right in the hands. Oh, that's.
It did hit the ground. That really is not a pick. But like you said, there's no replay, so they're going to get that.
That's a tough angle for the referee behind him.
Of course.
You know,
look, it's almost impossible to get it right every time, but it did look like that ball hit the ground. But it worked out for Gulf Breeze. They've got the ball. They've got the ball, in fact, in Navarre field side there at on the 45.
Yeah, 7.5 left to go right here.
Run right up the middle, and you can see Trevor Nelson just doing all he can, trying to pick up a few extras. He does get a few yards. 7:20 to go. I'm very cognizant of the clock all of a sudden. I'm looking at it after every play because this is all started to change. You know, Gulf Breeze, listen, they're trying to make a significant statement, you know, saying we know Ty Dittmer was incredible. We know he dominated our offense, but as Coach Clayton said, we are not rebuilding. We're here. We're ready.
Well, the one thing that you got to give to Gulf Breeze is, hey, they have stayed true to the offense they run. They haven't tried, when they were down earlier, they just continued to run the football, try to be balanced as they could right there. Just tough runs like that right there, even though it goes for maybe 1 yard. Still, they have continued to run the football. They're down right now. Of course, they were down by 14. They were still running the football. They didn't really matter to them.
Yep,
that's the one thing that you got to tip your cap to Coach Clayton and his squad for.
Yep, sticking with doing what they know they need to do. I mean, even though we know McCurdy can throw the ball, he's young. He's a junior. This is his first game. No reason to get crazy. You know, you've got an attack on the ground that's working. We know they ran for a lot more yards in the first half than they threw for, and they're doing it again here. Third down now and 5 from the 41-yard line. Big play. And both sides know it, too. They're going to run it once again. And I think that's a first down. It's going to be close, but it looks to me like it's a first down.
Yeah.
That's Trevor Nelson, who is able to move the chain. So it's an Anderson Subaru first down with 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, and the thing is, once again, 3rd and about 6 right there, and you look and we talk about trusting the process. That's exactly what Coach Clayton was talking about. You just got to believe in what you're doing and understanding that, hey, even if they don't get it, they're still going for it on 4th down anyway.
Right.
You don't have to get all the yards here, but the way they're running the football, man, oh man, I'm telling you, this game has truly changed.
Yeah, that was interesting, like 3rd and long there, and they stuck with it. You know, they ran it 3 straight times with Nelson, and something we've seen a couple of times tonight is him breaking through on the 3rd play. So with 6:02 to go here, Gulf Breeze is on the move, and they've got a first down. As you can see, there's a timeout on the field. This is the water break that's part of every single quarter. Let's go back to Clayton Hobbecker on our sideline reporter from Brownsville Welding. Hey, Clayton.
Hey, guys. I'm here with Logan with the JROTC program. Tell us a little about the program and what you guys do whenever Navarre scores touchdowns in that tradition.
Community service-wise, we do around 10,000 community service hours a year, and we do other things just like the color guard that was performed earlier for the football game. And football game-wise, we do what we like to call a push-up brigade, where every time they score a push-up, we go on the field and we do 7 push-ups.
Now, I know they haven't scored, but you're talking about push-ups. Let's go ahead and give it a go, guys. Let's do it.
While they do their push-ups, and look at Clayton. I think he did one. At least he's laughing about it. Big play opportunity there as McCurdy threw it downfield, incomplete. So Gulf Breeze going for a big strike there, Jeff.
Yeah, so how about, we talked about Mr. I believe Trenton Hall right there, dropping the interception earlier, the one that was thrown up, dropping the pass earlier. How about that right there? That is a tremendous play on his part to be able to defend that pass. Really, really good job by him.
You owed him a little love. I'm glad,
I did.
I'm glad
That's why I want to point it out. Yeah. That was textbook. That young man, you know what? Sign him D1. I got him on my team.
So second down now as Gulf Breeze trying to keep this momentum going. Under 6 to play. They're going to run it this time back up the middle of that. Once again, Trevor Nelson. He may have gotten a yard. He may not have even gotten that. That's going to bring up third down and about 9 to go.
Yeah, Makai Domino right there coming up from the corner position. The junior. See him flexing a little bit. You see the momentum. Navarre, they're going to take it back. They understand this is their home. All right, once again, we talked about it. Navarre seems to play better when their backs are against the wall, and there is no better time than the present right now.
So this is a situation, as you kind of touched on a moment ago, it's 3rd and 10 with 5:20 to go, and Gulf Breeze not wanting to give the ball back to Navarre because A, they're winning, and B, they've got such a quick strike offense. You get the feeling this is a 2-play situation for Gulf Breeze, right?
Oh, yeah, they're going for it, definitely.
And McCurdy's going to try and get him right here as he scrambles out right. Got his man and completes the pass. Picks up well short of the first down. That is going to bring up 4th down, but a fine job there by McCurdy to extend the play and pick up about half of what they needed.
Very manageable right here, and a lot of people are like, well, why didn't he throw for the first down? Well, there was nothing there. He took whatever they gave him, and that's huge for a young man starting his first game. He wants to make the big play, but he understands he needs to make positive yardage, and right there, now you got a 4th and about 4.
Yes, you said that was huge. This may be even huger, if you will.
Ooh.
Yeah, 4th down now and 5, and 4.5 minutes to go.
This is the game. This could be the game right here.
It may very well be. Now, Gulf Breeze does have 2 timeouts, but this is huge, and you can hear the crowd amping up. McCurdy's going to use the option, and they're stopped. Nope. He's going to be about a yard short, so Gulf Breeze will turn it over on downs. And
Nelson, he took a lick right there.
And Jeff, this is what we talked about before. Coach Clayton kind of sticking with the plan. And the plan has been keep it on the ground, let's not force anything. They don't get the first down there. But are you surprised they decided to keep it on the ground?
I'm not surprised they decided to keep it on the ground as much as I'm just surprised they went to the short side of the field. Understanding they're on the hash mark over there, if you're going to run an option, run it to the wide side, give you a little more space, allow your blockers to allow more space. We're no coaches up here.
For sure.
But, hey, it is what it is, whatever. If he'd got the first down, I'd probably be saying something else, but it just seems that you cut yourself short going to the short side of the field.
So now Navarre's going to try and run out this clock with 4 minutes to go. Gulf Breeze does have 2 timeouts, and that's the kind of play they needed right off the bat there with just a short pickup. Looks like maybe 3 or 4. So actually a little more than I thought. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 from the 29-yard line with 3:50 to go, the clock ticking, and Gulf Breeze trying to save those 2 timeouts.
Once again, if you're Navarre, keep it on the ground. Do not throw it. If I'm coach right here, just run. If you don't get the first down, punt it away, play field position, and force them probably about a minute and a half left to make a drive.
And this time they're going to run it out wide, and that's going to be short of the first down. So that will bring up 3rd down now. And a huge play coming up here as Gulf Breeze will try and stop Navarre. It's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and about a yard, it looks like.
Yeah, and you see the aggressive run right there by Jaden Antonio, just understanding the situation. Dives forward right there, runs hard just to get all he can, understanding it's going to be 3rd and short now.
So huge play here, 3 minutes to go, clock ticking.
Great job right there by Gulf Breeze, not jumping on the hard count.
Yeah, and they've saved their timeouts here. If they don't stop them here, they'll have to start using them. But otherwise, they may get the ball back with both timeouts, and they're not able to stop them with big run. Looks like they had a shot in the backfield, did not work out, and that's going to be Jaden Antonio with a big conversion. And now Gulf Breeze is going to have to start using those timeouts because it's going to be a 1st and 10 situation.
Yeah, and if you're Navarre now, keep it on the ground and hold it, secure it with 2 hands. We haven't really seen any fumbles tonight. Of course, all can change, but tell you what, understand that Gulf Breeze is going to try to strip that ball from you, cover it up.
So 1st and 10 now with 2:32 to go. And big stop in the backfield there, and this may be time for a timeout from Gulf Breeze. So Jaden Antonio not going anywhere that time around. As the Bob Tyler Toyota replay will show you here. Here comes Antonio, and boy, they were just all over it.
Yeah, Joe Gaston right there doing a really good job securing him.
So Looks like Gulf Breeze did use one of their timeouts, and that's going to stop the clock with 2:09 to go. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is getting really, really good. It's the first Friday night rivals of the season. You can see the Navarre Raiders faithful cheer squad, dance team. They're all having a good time tonight, and I think they have good reason to. With just over 2 minutes to go, Navarre's got the ball and a pretty big lead. But it is second down now and about 18. So if Gulf Breeze has one last shot, they've got to stop Navarre here. And this is going to be another run right up the middle here.
Hang on to that ball, young man.
Comes out wide. It's going to take 6 Gulf Breeze fellows to take him down. That's Gabe Davis, who's been tough to tackle all night long. But they do stop him. And this is going to be 3rd and 10 now. So this is sort of the last hurrah for Gulf Breeze. I wouldn't be surprised if they do use a timeout here to stop the clock. But it looks like they're gonna make.
Yeah, they're gonna
let it
allow it to roll
yeah.
and hope for the best right here.
I'm surprised.
If you're Navarre, this definitely plays into your favor. As Gulf Breeze has struggled to be able to throw the ball downfield,
right.
so
Yeah.
gonna be interesting.
All right, here we go. So 3rd and 10, kind of the play of the game, certainly for the Gulf Breeze defense with 1:25 to go. They got to stop him, and Navarre taking their sweet time.
I don't know if they ever reset the play clock.
So here comes Courtney. He's going.
Oh, man. Talk about a dagger right there.
No doubt, because they had their guy, and he was past the first down marker. That's Tyler England, who's usually sure-handed, not able to make the catch there. So Gulf Breeze will get the ball back, but as of this moment, there's only 1:06 to go, so not a lot of time, but hey, it's not over yet. It only takes one play, right?
Great throw right there by Courtney, by the way, talking about a sideline throw, and Tyler England looked like he was trying to make sure his feet were in bounds. It's tough when Courtney's throwing bullets out there at you.
So here's the punt. That's Caleb Jackson calling for the fair catch.
Oh,
and look at that. He
boy.
tried to get out of the way, and it bounced right into his hands.
Well, he's lucky that ball did not get away from him.
It's an incredible play he made there, because he wasn't expecting to touch that thing. It literally bounces right into his hands. He's like, oh, shoot, I'm going to have to deal with this.
That's why, folks, if you signal for a fair catch, get out of there.
Out of the way.
Get nowhere near that ball.
Watch
Run
this
away.
fair catch.
You're
he
going to
tries
stand
to
around
move
there.
right into his hands. Look at that. What a play he made.
Yikes.
That is a great play. I bet no one more surprised than him that ball literally bounced right into his chest.
He's going to hear about that one in the film room for sure, but luckily,
and you're so right.
No harm, no foul.
You know, you call the fair catch, go. What are you still doing anywhere near it? Get out of there.
Well, here we go. Here's the ball game. How about this?
We may have a shot to see this arm of McCurdy's now, because they're on their own 29, and a field goal will not do. They've got to score a touchdown. They do have 2 timeouts.
It's like Navarre called a timeout right here to make sure they're set up in
Yep.
the secondary. As you
No
saw
doubt.
one of the guys run on late.
Well, I think it's important because, you know, if you're Navarre right now, you know more than anybody, one bad mistake, and just like that, it's a 70-yard play, and we're tied.
One missed tackle. That's all it takes right here.
Right.
The one thing I want to mention, since we got just a second here, and we talk about, you know, community service, as we heard the ROTC saying earlier, one thing that I found out was Coach Wall's been here for 8 years now.
Right.
Of course, if you've been to Navarre games or Gulf Breeze games, both these schools, their communities support them tremendously. It is a fun atmosphere, as you've seen tonight. But Coach Walls, every day since he's been here for the 8 years, so 8 times, after Memorial Day, him and his football team, all of them, JV, varsity, freshmen, all that stuff, they go to the beach, Navarre Beach, and clean it up.
That's awesome.
And he said it's the least we can do for as much support as we get from the community. He said, I wouldn't really call it community service because they've been a service to us.
Right. That's
so
incredible.
That is really, really cool. It's good to see things outside of football.
Yeah, that's great. So here comes Gulf Breeze, a low snap handled by McCurdy, and he's going to throw right off the bat.
Oh.
And that ball is dropped.
Got to catch it first. You see him trying to cut up field real quick, understanding the severity of it. But
it's Cole Hartley. And, you know, Jeff, honestly, if he does catch that, he maybe doesn't get out of bounds. It may be better that he didn't catch it.
Oh,
I mean,
for sure.
They're going to pick up 3 or 4 yards. I'm not sure it was worth the time. It did cost him 4 seconds.
They got to figure it out right here. And I tell you what, this is where Navarre's so tough, understanding, hey, you got to play into our hands now.
Well, and you know, look, we know that McCurdy has a big arm, but you've got to get it to about the 50 or the 45 for him to have a shot at a Hail Mary. You know, you've got to throw it over the top. You've got a couple of timeouts. Just get yourself, and they're going to do just that here.
And right now, that D-line is so athletic, is really just pinning their ears back, understanding this is a passing down. And you see right there, Navarre's even brought Tyler England, as you see him at safety at the top right there. I'm pretty sure he's probably in there because nobody's going to outrun that young man.
Right, he's got that speed. That was Cole Harley they were trying to target there. So now 3rd and 10 with 47 seconds to go. Although they were doing there kind of exactly what we were just talking about. Just get something. You've got to get out to midfield to have a chance. But first you got to get a first down. It's 3rd down and 10 right now. And this time McCurdy's going to show that arm. And it's picked off.
Oh, wow.
It is picked off. Number 14 with an impressive play. That's Trenton Hall with the clincher, I guess is what they call that, right?
Well, once again, that's the young man that we talked about that redeemed himself on that big pass breakup after missing that interception earlier. And look at that right there. That is just perfect. He looks like the receiver at that point, jumping high pointing the ball. Man, oh man, just what a great job from not just that young man, but this defensive squad for Navarre. Everybody, you know, first game, first week, figuring things out. Look at that right there. There you go. That's the turnover chain.
Turnover chain.
How about that?
No, that's a big play. That'll do it. And sure enough, you can see a lot of folks are heading down toward the field. Not that it's over yet, but literally I'm watching hundreds of people in the stands kind of making their way down to the track, and perhaps they're going to plan on hitting the field when the game's over. Not sure, but people can feel. In fact, if you look to the side, look at the Gulf Breeze faithful kind of filing out. So,
well, here's the most popular formation for one team. And it's the victory formation.
Victory formation. And that may very well do it. You know, Gulf Breeze does have a couple of timeouts. I don't think they're going to call them. And it doesn't seem like they have a shot to make a turnover happen. So we may get one more play, and then I think we'll put this game in the books, Jeff. So when you think about player of the game, I know that Navarre has several to choose from. They're so impressive. Do you have any thoughts on some of the candidates?
I mean, it's hard for me. You've got Jaden Antonio, great running back, did a great job, and then Marlon Courtney, the third. Hey, you know, either one of those. Really, Marlon Courtney took over the game when he had to, but Jaden Antonio, man, I tell you what, he is a special back. It's almost like maybe we should split it with him.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm with you. You know, I'll tell you somebody else who seemed to come up in really significant ways was Gabe Davis. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's another one.
He kept coming up with some big plays. Now, like you pointed out, a couple of them came back, but I couldn't help but be impressed by him. So the game is over. Congratulations to Navarre. They are now 1-0. Gulf Breeze now 0-1 as both teams shake hands out at midfield. And sure enough, you can see lots of the Navarre fans storm the field, and they're just having a blast. And Jeff, it's a big win for Navarre. And you want to go ahead and tell us who you think is the player of the game?
You know what? I'm going to give it to Jaden Antonio.
Antonio.
I think he, you know, and we know Marlon Courtney how good he is, but I think Jaden Antonio was kind of that wild card. We weren't sure how they were going to replace that. So, I believe it's number 4, Jaden Antonio. We're going to give it to that young man, and I think it's well deserved. And I think we're going to see a lot more from him. Like I said earlier, as long as he stays healthy, man, oh man, that young man's going to have easily over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, you did. You called that in the first half, and he was very impressive, no doubt about it. This is, you know, it's an embarrassment of riches, it seems, for Navarre. I mean, they certainly could have picked him, but
must be tough.
Yeah, right. I mean, there was one drive where I was scrambling to find who was carrying the ball because it seemed like they used 4 or 5 different people. I know our player of the game, Jaden Antonio, had a big night though.
Oh yeah, for sure. And once again, you see the touchdown right there early in the game. Of course, Marlon Courtney won. I tell you, it could be a toss-up for either one of them, but I was just so impressed by the way he handled himself. The tough running. Watch this. Just the way he reads in between the tackles. He is so patient. That is going to be so huge for Navarre coming this year, and not just making the playoffs, but making deep playoff run for him.
And don't feel too bad about not picking Courtney because he's going to have his chances, no doubt about it. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back to wrap things up here on Friday Night Rivals.
Trophy presentation.
We are live. We are back. The game is over. Navarre 28, Gulf Breeze 21. The Raiders move to 1-0. And winning Friday Night Rivals is significant and not without a little bit of bling. Let's hand it down to Clayton Homecker, who's got more. Hey, Clayton.
Hey, guys. I'm down here with Coach. first game of the season. What an exciting game. Tell me a little bit what you learned about your team tonight.
Well, they don't quit, that's for sure. They battled for 4 quarters. I was proud of our defense, having a defensive stand and getting the ball back. And we were able to get in victory and take a knee. So great effort by our guys. It took 4 quarters to win. I'm proud of them.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to you. Congratulations to the Navarre football team. You guys deserve it. I'm going to hand you this trophy. You guys deserved it.
They seem pumped, Jeff.
For some reason, is Clayton okay? Because we've seen people get hurt in those big piles of people.
Well, that's a big win. They should be proud because not only are they now 1-0, but they beat their rival Gulf Breeze, and they can look ahead to next week. As we wrap up week 1 of Friday Night Rivals, any final thoughts?
Hey, I mean, for tonight, Highway 98 belongs to the Navarre Raiders tonight, but hey, next week, Escambia at Crestview. I'm sorry, Crestview at Escambia.
Crestview at Escambia.
And I tell you what, after Escambia's win last night against West Florida Tech, 34-14, Crestview had a big win of their own tonight, like 57-14, I believe.
Makes for an exciting week,
It's going to be
too.
fun, folks. Do not miss that one.
Yeah, no doubt. Some high-flying offenses there next week, and certainly we hope you will check that out. Don't forget tonight, if you're watching us, obviously you love high school football as much as we do. We've got Prep Football Final on tonight, right after Channel 3 News. That's Dan Shugart and Steve Nissom. It's always great, all those terrific highlights. I'm Christian Garman for Jeff Price. So glad you've been with us for Friday Night Rivals. Thanks to the good folks at Navarre who've been incredible hosts and the wonderful crew that makes this happen here at WEAR/WFGX. Congrats to Navarre. Have a great week.